Hello, everybody, and welcome to the playoffs. We're here and we're live. So I don't know how, but we are. Got the camera out the window. It's drizzling a little bit. I got Greta to my left. I got Joey Pagan to my right. Ray Storego is AWOL. He's parking his car somewhere in North Brunswick and probably walking back here. So we should see him by the second half whenever he shows up. I'm with Joey Pagan. Joey, what are you looking for in this game? Let's get back to the basics here.
Back to the basics. I'm looking for a lot of defense here today. Both teams, had a great season leading up into this point. I've only been to a Sharks game. I have not seen the Hawkeyes play as of yet, but knowing the history of the Hawkeyes, always a great organization and they're always a great team. So I know they're going to be here. They're not going to be no pushover this evening, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I'd
Yeah,
like to see the offense that the Hawkeyes have because I know they always tend to have a really good high-powered offense. So.
and they won the toss and deferred. So the Sharks will be kicking off and playing defense first. Again, we look at the field here. It's a beautiful field here, Seidler Field here in Plainfield. Again, it's just an absolutely perfect night for football. A little rain, a little schmutzing out there, and nothing else we can do but enjoy the game.
Enjoy the game. That's correct. Hopefully, it'll be a good one, like I
And
said.
I see Ray Storego has showed up, and he's in absolutely no rush to come up here. So maybe he doesn't know that we're live. So let me yell out the window.
Yell out the window for him. Ray, come on up.
So Ray Storego taking a page out of Tom Wilkins' playbook and showing up 1 minute before the game.
Tech,
That's a Tom
typical.
Wilkins
Yeah,
move.
that's
But he
typical,
didn't
Tom.
text me telling me he was in traffic. Usually Tom at least will give me the notice and tell me that he's in traffic.
Give you the heads up, right?
Yep. So both our officials are out there. We've got a full boat of six of them. Thank goodness. We're not short. No one got in a car accident on the way here.
Thank
Because
God.
that's it right there. Every official we know gets in a car accident.
Yes, sir.
And so we're ready to go here. We're not doing an anthem, so we're just going to go live. And I'm going to hand this over to Ray. We'll just call him Late Ray tonight. Look at him. Look at him. He's like, huh? Huh? What? Huh? What? 701. 701. Make sure you put the water bottle right in front of the cam, because that's where you want it. There you go. Have a seat there, Ace. Put it on the floor. Put it on the floor. Yes. Can't talk to you. Can't talk to you. Hold on. Here we go, Ray.
All right, while Ray gets his headset on, we're going to get ready to kick off here shortly. Ray, welcome to the booth. Ray,
Hey,
how are you doing?
oh, last minute notification. I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
Yes,
Hey,
yeah.
it's going to be a great game tonight. No,
It, it,
absolutely no doubt.
it definitely was a last minute notification. You are 100% right because I was coming out here as a fan to enjoy this wonderful game this evening. And I got called up to the booth, which is really great for me. I get to enjoy the game from up here, and I get to call the game at the same time.
Absolutely, absolutely. Two quality football teams tonight. This is going to be a really good game.
Yes, that's true. Two great organizations going on here tonight. So we getting ready, getting set for this kickoff. Hopefully, we get it done soon.
So I'm assuming the Sharks won the toss,
Yes,
or actually the Hawkeyes won the toss, deferred. Okay.
deferred. Yes.
Okay. All right. TV time tonight. You've got deep. It looks like Ali deep for the Sharks.
The lights
Looks
are
like also,
on, the dome is open, and football, glorious football is about to be played as the
and my boy is out there, Lance Fisher. So Fisher and Ali deep. All right. Anakapasa kicking off.
Getting ready here.
Light drizzle.
Yeah,
Hopefully it'll hold off a little bit.
I think the weather's gonna hold up this evening. I don't think the should be too bad. Getting ready to kick off here. We got a whistle. Let's go. And it's kicked off.
Let it drop. It's all right, though. Here he comes. Ah,
To-
well done.
Off to the outside. Got a couple of blocks there. Switches it. Try to come back inside.
Nice return by Fisher. Thought he's going to be in a little trouble when he let it drop, and it bounced right to him. Got the nice hop. Sharks good field position, 46-yard line.
It's a great starting field position for the Sharks at the moment. That's what you want after a good kickoff, you know. You want to be able to start the game at a good field position to do your magic this evening.
Manny Cabas at the helm for the Sharks. Boy, he's had a good season, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. Like I said, I did a few games up here, not too many, and what do you call it? You know, we tried I've seen the Sharks play a couple of times against a few people here, and it was really good, really, really good. They're a really good organization, great team. So, let's see what we got here.
3 wides, 1 back set for the Sharks.
See, Hawkeyes.
Let's see what they have.
Okay.
Oh, looking for
incomplete pass. Got a flag on the play.
Yeah, looking for Saru over the middle and a little drag. Looks like a hold.
There is a flag on the play.
All right.
Yeah, I would suspect the Hawkeyes will take this.
It was a holding on the Jets. The Sharks there, okay.
All right, 1st and 20, not how you want to start, huh?
Offsetting penalties there.
Oh,
Repeat first down.
I didn't see the second penalty. My fault.
Yeah, so
All right. It's a do-over.
It's a do-over. Yeah, we're gonna repeat it down. Here we go. Once again, the Hawkeyes in the 4-man front there.
Same formation for the Sharks.
2-by-1. Yeah, let's see. Hawkeye showing blitz. They come out of it.
Leave the back end block out.
Wow.
Just the hands.
It's a little too high there.
Looks like Hannibal Ray. And we're looking up that number for a second. Yep.
Yeah, you're right. Hannibal Ray and Ray on the Sharks, yes.
All right, 2nd and 10 for the
Great.
Sharks.
Here we go. Let's see what they come out again, 2-by-1 formation there.
Same deal, yep.
Let's see what the Sharks, the Sharks do on this one here.
I'm sure the safety will
Second and 10.
Be on Fisher's side here. They
got to
run
run
up the middle.
Good run.
Our boy, Ridley.
Raheem, Mr. Raheem.
What do you got, about 4 or 5 there?
Got about 5,
Yeah.
5 yards on that, which is a good run.
The wily veteran.
Raheem Ridley, yes, the widely veteran. They're right. He is one of those guys, who's been around a long, long time here.
And guy's a specimen too. Man, I didn't look that good at 20 as he does at 44.
Yeah, you are
Awesome.
Let's.
I keep kidding him. I just want to borrow his body for a week. That's all.
All right, here we go again.
All right, here we are.
Same thing, a 2-by-1. Hawkeyes are blitzing.
Got his man.
Completed it. Oh, yes. First down. Good tackle.
Yeah, Junior Gene.
Derek Carton.
Oh, my fault.
With the catch.
It was a good throw, good catch.
Yeah, 2 number 8s. They got me on that. Sorry about that. 2 number 8s. First down for the Sharks.
1st and 10.
All right, same set. 1 back right.
A little bit of a hurry-up offense there, yeah.
Yeah, they like to go fast on occasion.
Another running play.
Not much there.
Carried by Ridley up the middle.
Nice tackle by the middle linebacker.
Yeah, looks like Toby.
Good job there.
Yeah, well done.
Mr. Williamson on the tackle there.
Oh, yeah, there we are. Hawkeyes.
Yeah, the Hawkeyes, they managed to get a stop there, which is good. That's 2nd and 10 now.
Yeah, no gain.
Oh, all right, I see the down box now. It was difficult to see the down box.
Spread set. One back.
All right. 2x2.
Watch 20, lower part of your screen, folks.
Let's see. Huh? Hawkeyes in a one high.
He's man to man. There it is. Little slant. Here
Oh,
it is.
good catch. Oh,
Nice
he's still
jump.
going.
Yeah. Not down in this.
Oh, good catch. What an awesome tackle.
Yeah.
Harrison on the tackle, yeah. Picked him up and slammed him. You saw that?
No flags? No, I guess
no flags on that.
Let's see. They said there's a flag. Yeah, there was a flag down right on the 20-yard line. Yeah. I guess they got him on it. Yeah. Now he's saying slam him down. There it is.
Yeah.
That'll be against the Hawkeyes, an additional 15 penalty.
They'll add on to that one.
Yeah, half the distance.
After this, now the Sharks are in great field position right here now.
Sure are.
They can definitely do what they want here with the playbook if they want, you know.
A little slant by Fisher, and listen, you got to honor the deep ball with him, right? You have to.
There's not much room. There's not much room back there, but yeah.
But that play will be there. He'll make that play.
Let's see what Manny comes up with on this one here.
First and goal.
First and goal. We got another run here with Ridley. Got a couple of yards on that.
Pretty good job of penetration there. Looks like 7 Mason in there for the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, second and goal, yep. Ball's on the 8-yard line.
Or the edge of the soccer box, depending which field.
Second and goal for the Sharks.
Interesting setup we have up here.
All right. Let's see what they come up with here now. They're in another 2x2 formation again with Ridley in the backfield again. Let's see what they come up with here. See if the Hawkeyes can dial some defense up here too. Pass play.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he just dropped that.
Yep.
Wow.
That was Saru.
If he catches that, he turns and go. He would have probably gotten into the end zone on that one.
Yeah, probably would have. Pass was just a little out of his reach.
Hawkeyes need to tighten up that defense a little bit, get a little closer.
Well,
play a little tighter.
He does that for the Sharks, though. I call him the glue guy. He's kind of that little underneath guy. Catches a lot of balls in there.
All right, so like a possession receiver for them, in other words. But let's see what the Hawkeyes come up with here now. And defensively, I mean, really, because
keep in mind you are in scoring range. The Sharks have a pretty good kicker, so you certainly don't want to take a lot of chances down here at this point. First drive, you certainly want to come away with points for sure.
Well, let's see what they come up with here. It's third and goal. 2x1. They got a tight end out here too, so you got to watch that tight end. All right. Oh,
how does he throw?
Interception. Still on his feet, still going down the sideline.
Sure is. He's got a lot of room, too.
Oh, he's got a lot of room. He's got one guy to beat with one blocker. He cuts inside.
Oh,
nice wow.
24 on the pick. Scott,
wow.
The cornerback.
That was awesome. Great interception. The good hustle by the New Jersey Sharks to get back down there and make sure he didn't get the score. He was the one guy they weren't counting on to get there. They only saw one guy. I didn't see him. I didn't know where he came from, but he managed to make that play. He was good.
Didn't see that on our screen. Yeah, I know Cabasa was hit as he threw for sure. So that was probably the reason for the errant pass.
Mm-hmm.
Nice job by Saru slowing him down, and Lance Fisher coming all the way from a really long way away to make that play and save the touchdown.
Yeah.
That's a big play.
Manny was definitely rushed and got hit on that play. So, I mean, don't know if that interfered with the throw, but what an interception and run afterwards.
Yeah, it had to.
I mean, at least a good 70 yards, 80 yards downfield on that. That was great return on that.
Yeah, what do we say? Be careful with the ball here in scoring range?
Yes, sir.
All right, now the Hawkeyes in the scoring range here.
All right, Hawkeyes.
What do we got?
See what we got here. 2x1 formation, two backs in the backfield. Okay.
Handoff up the middle. He's got a few.
He's still on his feet. Good run.
Yeah, that's good.
Keeping him moving. Great job.
Got that right.
19 on the carry. Number 19.
Fahim Black.
Raheem Black, good run. Good run by him there.
Absolutely. Roach is the QB.
Rashawn Roach. Oh, look at that. It's a guy. That's a blast from the past there, Mr. Rashawn Roach.
Another solid quarterback.
Yes, he is, definitely.
No doubt.
Definitely.
Man, it's going to be a good one. I'm excited.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, somebody moved quick.
See what the flag is.
We're going to try to get you the interception for those of you at home.
Replay.
Which, of course, is everybody who's not here. Here we go. Here's the play. See where the defensive lineman comes from. Because he was definitely hit.
I think it was a
blitz off the corner. There it is. Hit as he threw. And we didn't quite see it. There it is.
Yeah, number 24. Yeah, he took that out the end zone, too.
Looks like he was going for Fisher, too, on that play.
Great one. That was a great interception.
Yeah, listen, pressure, the great equalizer. Off the corner. I didn't catch the number, but yeah, he came through clear. Nice call by the Hawkeyes.
Second down.
All right. After the false start, up back on the field, 2nd and 15.
See what the Hawkeyes come up with here. Okay. Let me see. They come out in the 2-by-1 again formation. I think they got 2 backs in the backfield again.
They do.
Split back formation there. Okay. Motions one out.
Yeah, called quarterback draw right up the gut.
Roach.
The middle.
Sean Roach on the run. Design run play right up the middle. Didn't get too many. Maybe about a yard or so.
Yeah, looked like 97 Kofor in the middle. Yeah. You'll hear Kofor's name a lot tonight, too.
Kofor's a big guy on the Sharks defense there, yeah. Gets a lot of work in that defensive tackle spot, right?
Yeah, one of the better tackles in the league.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's see what happens here. Okay, they come out. 3rd down. All right.
Yeah, you got 4 wide split.
Yeah.
Pro set. Thank you.
All right. Let's see. Wait here.
Or the semi-pro set, since we're here.
Okay, ball snap. Quick
Nice
pass.
Play. All the way.
Oh,
dropped it.
He dropped it.
Yeah, he did.
Good try.
Well defended.
Yep. Looked like Nesmith on the defense.
Yeah.
Had it for a second.
I mean, if he makes the catch, he really doesn't get anything on the as far as yards go, because the defender was right on top of him. He was playing great defense right on top of him.
Well, here's a 4th and 10 situation. I know if this was a Shark 4th and 10, this would be a field goal.
All right.
But for the Hawkeyes, looks like they're going to go here.
Yeah, they're looking to get points, or at least the 1st down here. Let's see what happens. Let's see what they call up now. Let's see what Mr. Roach calls here.
Passed up about the 30.
Yeah.
Passed up a 40-yard field goal. Yeah, probably a little deep.
All right, let's see. Takes the snap, drops back.
He's got room.
Oh.
Throwing it up and out of
bounds. Yeah. Yeah. Turnover on downs, Hawkeyes.
That's a pretty smart throw. He looks like he was double covered in the corner of the end zone. And no score here, 1st quarter.
As you guys know, most of the time's kept down on the field. We don't know exactly the time.
Let's take a look at one of our sponsors, Lombardi and Lombardi Attorneys. When legal challenges present themselves, they can have a tremendous impact on your life. The uncertainty and stress you are understandably feeling can cause a pervasive difficulty that can change the course of your life. Lombardi and Lombardi Attorneys, right here in Edison, New Jersey. 732-906-1500 to reach Lombardi and Lombardi. 1st and 10 for the Sharks.
All right. See what they come up with now. Hawkeyes defense. See if they can get that pressure again. Another run by Raheem, it looks like.
Filled nicely.
What a swarm. Swarm of Hawkeyes on the ball there. Nowhere to go.
That did not last long, did it? Yeah, it looked like Mac. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Looked like Williamson.
And number 27, also Rashawn Rose was on the play there, also the linebacker. came in and made a stop there with him. He joined a host of Hawkeyes, like I said there earlier. There might have been like 4 or 5 guys there on that.
Yeah, listen, if we struggle a little bit with numbers, we have duplicate numbers on our roster, so sometimes it's a little difficult. So bear with us on the names. We'll try to get it straightened out.
All right, here we go now. Once again, Sharks, come on out again. It's a 2x1, 2x2. Looks like they got a tight end right there. Different back in the backfield.
You got Fisher in the slot right out.
Oh, here he is. Oh, another interception.
Wrong decision.
Oh, boy.
Oh, that's a pick.
Okay. And the Harrison on the interception.
Yep, Harrison was right there.
Jason Harrison, yes.
You know what? He had Fisher over the middle. He went for Saru there in the flat. Didn't see him. Steps right in front.
This game is starting to turn out exactly like I figured. I knew the Hawkeyes defense was going to be tough out here tonight, but once again, I hadn't had the pleasure of seeing them.
Yeah, here we go.
Let's see this replay here.
There we are. Yeah, if you watch Fisher, the slot receiver, watch him go over the middle wide open. Cabasa makes the wrong choice. And
it looks like the Hawkeyes were in a 3. Number 2 he was sitting in the flats. He read it all the way.
Come over right in the middle, right?
Yeah, there he is.
He makes the wrong play coming in.
He read it wrong.
He read the quarterback's eyes.
Yeah, he did. Cabasa read the defense wrong on that one.
Sure did. And that's unlike him. He usually doesn't make that kind of mistake.
No, he tends to be a good quarterback when with his reads. He tends to read correct. The defense is correct, but the Hawkeyes are disguising a lot of what they're doing this evening, which is great. Just like I figured. Hawkeyes, I haven't had the pleasure of seeing them play. I'm seeing them now. Boy, their defense is really stout.
1st and 10.
All right, here we go again. Hawkeyes on offense here.
Prime field position again. Let's see if they can take advantage this time.
Motion out the backfield. Okay.
Oh, what a tackle.
Oh boy. Nowhere. Yeah,
absolutely.
That Shark defense also is.
Faulkner with the first hit for the Sharks out of William Patterson, the linebacker.
Yeah. Once again, like I said, this Shark defense I have seen before, and I know what they can do. They're capable of doing plenty. It looks like it's going to be a defensive battle this evening. Not too much offense. Both defenses are on point this evening. So we have to see. Somebody's going to make a mistake somewhere. It's going to have to take that for someone to score. Looks like at the moment. Let's see what we got here. All right. Okay, we're back. Split formation there. 2-1. Butler in motion again. Throws a screen out to Butler. Butler got the ball, makes a move. What a tackle. That was a great tackle. That's what I'm talking about. Form tackles like that you don't see too much.
Yeah, listen.
That was great.
Dimitri Wilson sheds the block of the other wide receiver and makes the play.
He came up and made a great form tackle there, which is great because if Butler breaks that tackle, he's off to the races.
Exactly. That's a great call because you had over there what you wanted. You had a blocker with one man to beat. All he needed was a block. He didn't get it. But listen, give him credit.
Mm-hmm.
Give Wilson credit.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, like I said, the defenses, are both dialing it up. They're not taking any shorts this evening. They're really making it happen. Both defenses are working. Okay, let's see what the Hawkeyes come up with now.
Shark Nation, it's 3rd down.
All right. 3rd down and maybe 12, it looks like here. Okay, got motion coming across.
4-man rush.
Here we go.
Nah, not much there.
Quarterback. Oh, wow. Big hit on the sideline there. There's the flag.
I was waiting for it. It was close. I knew that.
Mm-hmm.
Costly.
Once again, like I said, right, somebody's going to make a mistake. That's a big mistake on the defense's part there. He really didn't get much in the way of yardage. It would have made it 4th down.
Absolutely.
We would have made it 4th down. We know they don't have a field goal kicker at the moment. So, we do have a field goal kicker on the Hawkeyes. All right.
Guess what? It's called Oops, Never Mind.
Yeah. They waved off the flag?
They did.
Oh, boy.
They did.
Okay, so it's 4th down.
Sure would like to know why, right? He was either in bounds or he wasn't.
Yeah, I'd like to know what that conversation was about. All right, here we go.
Let's see. I guess they're going again, right?
Mm-hmm. 4th and 10 here. Let's see. See what the Hawkeyes dial up this time. I know that the Sharks defense is really on point. Like I said this evening, this game is big. This game is big. This is to go to the championship, I believe here.
This is it. Yeah, Final Four.
Yep.
Let's see what they have.
Okay.
I'd like to get Roach out on the end, wouldn't you?
I thought he had a couple opportunities. Okay, he's dropping back here. Let's see. Quick pass.
Yeah, but it's not going to be a first down. Man, got to know where you are, right?
Yeah, you got to know where the sticks are. Let's see.
Sure.
Was it complete? No catch.
Either way.
Turnover on downs. Oh, boy. That's something else there, huh?
Well, listen, he'd have felt a lot worse if he was a yard short and caught the ball, right? You know.
I guess.
You got to know where the sticks are.
Mm-hmm.
So Hawkeye's not able to take advantage again. But listen, there's a big advantage we have with quality baths, no doubt about it. You'll find the largest collection of premium brand name bath, hardware, kitchen, lighting. They got 25 years experience in the plumbing industry. Quality Bath is among the industry's most experienced and knowledgeable sales staff. That's Quality Bath at 1-800-554-3210 or www.qualitybath.com. 1st and 10 for the Sharkies.
All right. Let's see how this goes here. Once again, let's see how we go here with the defense as far as the Hawkeyes go. Got 2 interceptions already so far. Haven't been able to turn them into points as of yet.
Yeah, you know what? Those things come back to bite you. You know that when you get 2 red zone chances and come up with nothing.
Yes.
That's rough. We may look back on that and say, man, what if, right? Sharks have had 1 of those. The Hawkeyes have had 2 of those. The defenses have come up big, or the offenses have come up short, whichever you want to, however you want to look at that.
At this point, I think that's exactly correct. You know, both defenses have come up big both times, and the offense have come up short. You know, because like you said, if he would have caught that pass on the end there, still would have been short of the first down. So let's see what happens here.
Uh-oh. We're going to go to...
All right, we're going to take a break here for a moment.
We'll be right back.
We'll be back shortly.
Is your indoor air working properly? Edison Heating and Cooling is your neighborhood's trusted professional since 1987. Just give a call and a trained comfort advisor will meet with you, do a full inspection, and discuss your options from repair to upgrading to a new high-efficiency system that could save you up to 61% of your energy bill. Our fully trained technicians install and service all systems, including premier Carrier products for both residential and commercial customers. All day, every day, count on Edison Heating and Cooling.
If you slip and fall or trip and fall on someone else's property, the first thing you should do is immediately contact an attorney. The site of the incident must be investigated. If there are witnesses, statements need to be taken. We here at Lombardi & Lombardi have a full-time investigator that goes out to the scene of the accident, takes all necessary measurements and photographs, and draws a diagram as to the exact location of your fall. So if you've been involved in a slip and fall or trip and fall on someone else's property, it's important that you contact the law offices of Lombardi & Lombardi immediately, and we'll be happy to give you a free consultation to discuss your claim.
And we're back.
All right, our official timeout is over. Let's see what happens here. Once again, Sharks are getting ready.
Looks like they're working on the chains on the far side. That's our delay right now.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, yep. Some technical difficulties with their field equipment there.
I got a little toolbox in the car. Maybe I need to run out and grab that for him. Maybe a pair of pliers or something.
Tape always works.
Hey, folks, welcome to Semi-Pro Football.
Tape always works as far as I know. You tape it up and that's it. You're good to go.
Anything can happen.
A link or two short on the first downs. So what? We're all right.
Looks, yeah. So, yeah, 9 3/4 yards right now for a first down. Oh, boy.
All right, we're ready. We're ready to play again. Here we go. Let's get this ready whistle going in. All right. All right, let's see here. Sharks.
Split backfield for the Sharks, first time in a while, right?
Yeah. All right, we got a run and play there.
Ridley again, yeah.
Ridley on the run, yeah.
Ridley on the carry.
Little fake one side, give it the other side. Ridley's got about 3.
Got a few yards, yeah.
Second and 7 for the Sharks.
I mean,
yeah, 27 on the tackle for the Hawkeyes.
Rashawn Rolls, yeah. Well, another gentleman who's been around for a long time too here in the semi-pro world. He's been around for a while on numerous teams here. I know that.
I wonder how these guys feel when you say a long time.
Well, I mean, they're young, but they've been out here for quite a while. I've seen him play on a number of teams. He's a great backer out there. Plenty of experience. So, okay. Let me see you here now. All right.
Second and 7.
Okay, got to end around here.
Oh, almost a block.
Okay, almost.
He sheds it, though. Gets a couple.
Over the left-hand side.
Got a third and about 4.
That'll bring up 3rd and 3.
Saru? They find to get him the ball in many ways. Saru, into flat and around. He's a real versatile guy.
You can see what the Sharks are trying to do is get the ball into their playmakers, the ball into the playmakers' hands at the moment, because for some reason the passing game, like I said, the defense from the Hawkeyes, they're disguising their defense as well. The backers are getting out to the flats, and the hook to curls are exactly where they're supposed to be, and making great plays and stopping the run. I mean, you're going to always get a yard or two on certain plays, but they're really good. All right, let's see what they got here now.
You got Justin Hayes in the backfield, a big guy.
Oh,
they come blasting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not sure if he was drawn or if he just shot that gap prematurely. We'll see, because he came straight through. Couldn't tell who that was.
All I know is that he was quick.
Yeah.
And if he would have timed that perfect, that play would have been blown up so bad.
He was untouched. I guess they're still talking about it. There we are.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought he just got through too clean. That would have been the best timed blitz of all time.
Yeah, definitely.
Or he was offside, one of the two.
I mean, you can see that the Hawkeyes are not sitting back. They're not going to give Manny much time to throw the ball again. They're pressuring him, and he's made 2 mistakes already. So.
And you can see the Sharks with the 2 backs that are clearly have come out on this drive and said, "Listen, we need to calm this thing down a little bit. We need to run the football," and that's what they've done.
Right. That's it. I mean, when you get a defense this aggressive, sometimes a screenplay or something of some sort, works out a little better, helps out. Well, let's see what they come up with here. Defense.
High
another run again.
Saru again.
Nowhere.
Oh yeah.
There it is. There is that Hawkeyes defense again.
Yeah, it looked like Fletcher. And,
all over the ball.
And 85 Worthy, Shante Worthy. Well, we have the end of the quarter.
And that is the end of the first quarter.
Yep, no score here. Semifinal Hawkeyes and Sharks. We'll be back. U.S. Army. The Army mission is vital to the nation because we are the service capable of defeating enemy ground forces and indefinitely seizing and controlling those things an adversary prizes most: its land, its resources, and its population. Whether you're interested in the Army Reserve or the active duty, there are many Explore the possible Army careers and contact an Army recruiter today. www.goarmy.com beat Navy.
Go Army. So we got a
start of the quarter.
Difference of opinion here. Army, Navy, but I said go Army.
Here we that's the old Army Navy thing. Here we go. Single back set. Cabasa looking, finds 19 over the middle. Looks like he's going to have enough for a first down.
Cut it back inside.
Over the
Good.
That's a nice job.
All right.
Down. Justin Sanders, 19 for the Sharks.
Yeah, that seems to be what's going to have to happen with the Sharks this evening because, once again, like I said, the Hawkeyes defense is swarming all over the ball. He's got to be able to get the ball out quickly and make them short passes so that, the receivers can get the ball in the little space and make him move and hopefully get upfield and get some yards. Because if he tries to do anything deep, the Hawkeyes defense is just getting all over him.
And if the Sharks have struggled this year at all, it has been in pass protection.
Okay. Well, let's see what they come up with here.
Well, here's our boy. Hayes in the backfield. Man, he is a load, isn't he?
He is a load. I love to see when he runs. He runs so strong. Oh,
boy.
Fumble on the play.
Fumble on the snap.
And it was not anything about the snap. That was right in the chest of Cabasa that time.
Yeah, hit him right in his hands, and he just dropped it.
I think he turned his head a little bit to look at something. Unfortunately, the ball was on its way.
Yeah, this is not the Manny that we're used to seeing. You can't say it's pressure of the game because he's been here, he's done that. So
he's done this forever.
Yeah. It's just some things that happen.
All right, a little behind the sticks here for the Sharks. 2nd and 13.
All right, let's see what they go, my baby. All right, they 2-by-2 here again. Single back in the backfield again here. See what the Hawkeyes defense come up with here. Yeah. Oh, wow. Almost completed. Just a little high out of the reach of the receiver.
Yeah. Yeah, that was Derek Carden out there, 37 for the Hawkeyes.
Yeah.
Ali Lee, the corner. Good coverage on that. Pass was a little high.
The defense had really good coverage, just a little overthrown, just a little high. If not, he would have did well. All right. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, the Hawkeyes defense has been doing well this evening. Okay, and just to let you guys know, I have George Lowe from the Central Jersey Vikings over here with me in the booth, enjoying this game here today. All right.
You enjoying the game?
He is enjoying the game, yes.
That's good.
Let's see what we get here again.
3rd and 13, not really where you want to be.
Definitely behind the sticks. Let's see what happens here. Oh, he slipped it. Nice play. He got away. Oh. Wow. Incomplete pass.
He had a couple of guys open on that, and I know Lance is not happy with that. He almost never drops a ball.
The pass wasn't the greatest. It was behind him, a little low. He had to get down for it, but.
And he did a nice job coming back to the ball on that play. Mm-hmm. Kind of bounced off his chest. And
good move by Manny, eluding the defense there. Got away and was able to roll a little bit. I think he should have just kept running with the ball. He might have gotten a little more yards with it, but.
Yeah, he may have, and the Hawkeye defense gets off the field in 3rd down. Very important.
Again. Yeah, very important, yeah.
Yep.
Now, this is where the game becomes dangerous for the Sharks because you got a return guy. Who's returning back there? It's not
we don't know. Looks like 6.
It is Butler. We got Ronald Butler returning the ball back there, so we're gonna see what they come up with here.
Yep. Jacob Header into punt. Jacob's a good punter. He's going to come up a little short and going to drop.
He's not going to feel it good.
He's not, no.
All right.
About the 24-yard line?
Looks about that. Didn't look like they were trying to punt away from him. Okay, they got confidence on the return on the coverage team.
Well, Jacob didn't get the fat part of the ball on that one. I'm sure he'd like to have that one over.
Yeah.
We have a flag down on the play, looks like.
I think if there is, I think I know what the call was. Looks like they had too many men on the field on the Sharks part, but I don't know if they called it or not.
Yeah. Yeah, Too Lit, Too Fit Nutrition. Thank you to one of our sponsors. located in Avenel. Their mission is to build confidence in nutrition. They strive to empower their customers to reach goals and lead healthy lives. We take the latest nutrition science and the expertise of our team and distill it into educational resources and products. That is Too Lit, Too Fit Nutrition on 215 Avenel Street in Avenel, New Jersey. Thank you.
All right. Now back to live action.
Hawkeyes taking over on the 23. Haven't really moved it yet, right? They had two dynamite field positions after turnovers. Let's see if they can get something going, chew up some yardage on this drive.
Right. Let's see. But once again, like I said, both defense deceived them. Both defense came to play. Both defense working here.
Yeah, well, both teams are strong.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have the stat in front of me, but the Hawkeyes can't have given up more than 30, 40 points or so all season.
Yeah, once again, like I said, I don't have the stats either. But, yeah, you're right. Once again, both teams here got a good run here. Let me see. Oh.
How's that for a play, huh?
He might have
I'll bet you 97's getting off that pile, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow.
He might have gotten about a yard or so on that, I think, maybe.
I would hate to run into him.
Yeah, he's a big man. Definitely is.
And he's an excellent player, too.
Yes, sir.
He plays both ends. He rushes the passer. He just gobbles running backs up.
Mm-hmm.
Another nice play. You almost have to double him if you're going to run. You're going to run between the tackles.
Yeah, that's true. Because he's such a big force inside there that somebody like that frees up your defensive ends. They be at least get a man-to-man on the outside, and if he can get the work, if he can win his battle, he can cause trouble for the quarterback.
Easier job for the linebackers too. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Keep them linemen off of them. They'll be able to flow and make the play.
Pro set here.
Yeah.
See what Roach is doing. Little
handoff. Takes it right up the design run right up the middle, Roach.
Nice play in there. Look like Bethea, number 10 for the Sharks. On the initial hit, he got a couple.
Couple of yards there. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, third and medium. Deep in their own end. Let's see what Roach comes up with.
So let's see what they come up with here now. I mean, it's third and about 7, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
6 or 7. Here we are. 4 wides here.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. All right, let's see what happens.
Sharks with 2 deep safeties.
Yep, looks like they're in a 2 right now. Cover 2. Let's see what the Hawkeyes come up with here. It's a pass.
Oh boy, here he comes. Oh man.
Oh wow.
Oh boy. Oh.
Who caught that? It's a lineman.
52 comes up with it.
It was deflected, and one of the offensive linemen managed to catch the ball.
Bet you $100 that's his first catch on the year.
Probably is.
Wow.
It's 4th down.
Cornell Wachter. Wow.
You could say he caught a pass now.
Look what I found.
Champion.
Absolutely. Yeah, nice pressure off the corner for the Sharks. Caused the errant pass. Punting time, yeah.
Let's see what happened once again.
Sharks aren't thoroughly convinced. They have no one deep.
They do not have anyone deep. You are right. They may be trying to come after this one.
Well, I think they just want to make sure they're not going. And they're going to sacrifice a return here.
Oh, there you go.
There we are. Thank you. Kennedy come back.
Let's see what happens here.
Good snap.
Right. Oh, blocked. Yeah, he trying. Okay, nice. Great.
Coming off the edge.
Once again.
Sherrod Servants, 18 for the, excuse me, my fault, not him. And I don't have an 18 for the Sharks on my roster. Oh.
All right.
What a great play.
Number 18, great play, number 18. Good job.
Yeah, he was blocked too. He just pushed his man straight back into the backfield.
He managed to get back there.
Well done.
Right, so here's special teams,
We'll see the replay here. He just blows his man straight back into the punter. Watch this off the edge. 18.
Yeah.
Trying to see who's trying to block him.
We almost knew, right? The Sharks looked like they were just getting ready to block this. They were coming. You knew they were coming. They weren't going to do anything else.
This wasn't a heavy rush. Like, watch this. He just pushes him right back. Actually, the guy just tries to chip him.
Yep.
And he gets the hand in there and blocks it. Well done.
Well done, yep.
Well done play. Wow.
Well, here we go. This part of the game. Special teams now made a big play for the Sharks. Let's see if they can come out with the momentum here.
That's what happens when you do the by the way block, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's it.
Ridley
on a run again.
Play.
Nowhere. Swallowed up.
Nice play.
Darnell Williams, number 9.
No, either that or it was Bell. I'm not sure which one they're both.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. There's 2 9s.
Williams is the wide receiver.
So it would be
sure.
Bell. Yeah, Bell on the tackle there.
Yeah, well, but Bell's supposed to be a defensive end. So
I saw the first 9, and that was it. I went with that, but you are right.
Flip a coin, take your pick. Of course, he doesn't look like a defensive end either, does he?
Oh, well,
so,
Bell,
all right.
Bell's another one of those players who's been around for a long time and is a great defensive end. His presence on the field is big for the Hawkeyes. He's always been a great defensive end and rusher here. At one point, I know he was leading in sacks.
Wow.
At one point in the league, so.
Yeah, that's a nice play.
He's one of those guys who's really, really, really a weapon out there for the defense. But here you have it. See what the Sharks can come up with here.
Now again, you have a good kicker.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that in mind. Take no chances down here.
That is correct. A blitz again by the Hawkeyes.
Oh, nice rollout.
Pass.
He's open.
No. It looks like he dropped it. I'm not sure.
I can't tell the call. Sharks are saying touchdown. Hawkeyes are saying incomplete. Yeah, we couldn't see it. It looks like it's incomplete.
Yeah, the quarter.
Yeah, I think he was looking for Fisher in that corner again. 20.
Mm-hmm.
There is a flag down.
Let's see what they call here.
Flag about the 25-yard line. Well, here's the call. Oh. Well, and of course we can't say for what, right? And we didn't see the personal foul either, so looked like it was somewhere near the line of scrimmage. I guess. Yeah, second and a whole bunch. And a whole bunch. There are many ways to self-destruct when you get to the red zone, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
There's turnovers, you got penalties, miscues. This falls under the penalty category.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
So once again, you get great field position. Your defense, special teams gives you an opportunity to get into position to score, and the offense is really, really having trouble this evening. Both offenses, I tell you, both defenses came to play this evening.
Well, the Sharks had that one drive that they didn't capitalize on.
Yeah.
There we are.
Oh, let's see what they come up with now.
Yeah, Ridley, one back set. Watch 16 Saru dragging across the middle. Oh, looks like they jumped. Free play here. No,
free.
They're going to blow it dead anyway. Well, it was going to be either unabated to the quarterback or the Sharks jumped. One of the two.
Their 2 best offensive lines.
Let's see what it is. Yeah. And they continue to go the wrong way, right?
Yeah. Well, here it is, right? Your special teams do you good job in getting you the ball back in great field position.
Absolutely.
And you go and you shoot yourself in the foot a couple of times here, and now you're back. It's what is it? Second down still, or
second down and forever.
Second down and forever, like really.
Wow.
So it's a question of just moving and getting the ball up and giving yourself some room.
And you went from for sure 4-down territory to now I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
You got to get this back in a couple of chunks here.
Let's see what happens here. All right, drops back again. Raheem stays in.
Nice block by Ridley.
Good throw, good catch, good move. All right.
Is that our boy again?
Possibly. Yeah.
Fisher again.
Yep. Fisher. Yep. On the catch. Good catch.
Right. And you know why he's open? Because he presses him deep.
Yeah.
And then stops on a dime, and you got to honor the deep.
Yeah.
There it is.
I mean, as a defense goes, right? We're 3rd and 12 now, 3rd and 14, maybe 15. That's good. I'll play it that way. I'll give up that easy short pass like that intermediate to get it down and then come back and now we got 3rd.
As opposed to him running by you, right?
Exactly.
You're not going to give that up.
You give up the pass, you rally to the ball, you make a play. That's it.
And how about the block by the wily veteran? How about Ridley in the backfield?
Ridley, chipping, but he gave a good block there.
He did. He gave him the time to get that ball off.
Mm-hmm. Once again, you got to give Manny some time to throw the ball. If he doesn't have much time, there's not much he can do.
You know what? And a short completion here probably puts them in field goal range. So you don't really have to get it all, but you want to get 5 or 10 here.
That's correct.
Or you'd like to.
I mean, the good thing is you still make a first down. Okay, he drops back again.
Oh, he's going for it all. He's got him.
Oh. Incomplete.
Nice defense.
Incomplete. Good defense. Yeah. Yes.
Looking for Fisher again. 24. Rami Scott. Step for step, but you know what? It was there.
Yeah.
It was there. He high points that. I think he gets it. All right, so what are you going to do? I guess you're going to take the field goal here. Or you're going to try to.
Well, let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see what they say.
Yeah, 52, Jacob Hetner.
Jacob, okay, he's out there for the field goal. Okay, let's see.
Jacob out of ESU. Played football quite a while here. And it's not a chip. He's going to be about a 39-yarder.
Is it 39? Yeah. It's a little more than 39 because the ball's on the 30. He's got it spot on the 30.
He's holding about the 29-yard line.
All right, let's see what happens here.
This is about the end of his range, but this is still within it. Let's see.
It's up.
It looks good. If it has the distance, it
is good. Wow. That's big.
I did say it was at the end of his range, wasn't it? It was exactly at the end.
But, that's right now, that's the offense that we have from the Sharks. I mean, really.
And listen, in a defensive struggle like this,
Yeah. That's correct.
Every point is critical.
Every point is critical. And if, your offense is stuttering a little bit, that's good.
Yeah, no question.
All right.
Hey, let's check out one of our sponsors with a 3-0 Sharks lead here about mid-second quarter. Edison Township Police. Guess where they're located?
Where are they located?
They're in Edison, New Jersey.
No.
Yes, they are. Reach them at 732-287-0900. Thank you, Edison.
They do a great job, the Edison Police out here.
They sure do.
All right, the Sharks coming out.
Yeah, let's hit another sponsor, Edison Cooling and Heating. At Edison Cooling and Heating, they're able to provide you with seasoned technicians that have been trained to inspect and repair any HVA system in Edison, New Jersey. My AC was down in sometime mid-August. Too bad I'm down at the Jersey Shore. But
Yeah, you have to find somebody out there who can help you out.
It's the old capacitor problem. That's all it was.
Yeah.
You got it taken care of. Not a big deal.
Once again, this is a big kickoff here, because, you got to always worry about, one big play, comes back with another here. So who do you kick the ball to back here now? Do you kick it to Butler, who's back there, I think, still?
Yeah, and they're at about the 12, 13-yard line. Jacob can hit this ball about the 10 or 5-yard line if he really gets it.
He's got a good run to start there. Let's see.
He's pretty good at kickoffs. Let's see. Yeah, about the 15-yard line.
Okay. Number 15 on the return. Good return. Cut out the field. Still running.
Well done.
Okay. Good job. Good job. Great return.
Stacked up at the 38 by about 6 guys.
Yeah, number 13. That was Ward on the return there.
Yeah, he did a nice job.
Got some really good yards for the Hawkeyes. Gave him some good field position again.
It looked like he was going up the middle. He broke it left and got about an extra 10 or 15
yards.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So, that's that once again. Let's see what the offense can do for the Hawkeyes here.
Yeah, and, not a lot of first downs for them today. Probably less than a handful, I would guess.
I would say less than a handful both ways.
Yeah.
Because, neither team has been really doing much with the ball as far as that. If you got a first down, it's been based on a penalty of some sort. So both teams are really, really, really struggling offensively here. It not to take anything away, like I said, from the defenses. Both defenses are playing amazing this evening. In the championship, conference championship, that's what you want. You want everyone to be able to, to do what they have to do on the defense and be able to stop the opposing team. So, we see a lot going on here defensively wise. All right. Got a single back in the backfield here. Let's see. Yep. Here we go.
Oh, he's going deep.
Yeah.
Oh,
wow.
Wow. Someone's got to call that, don't they?
Yeah. No. Yeah. You're right. But both defenders had an opportunity to get the ball, and both, one it went right by him, the other one hit him in his hands, and he couldn't seal the deal there.
Yeah, it looked like.
But the ball was underthrown.
It was underthrown, no question. Yeah, he was open by a couple of yards.
Yeah, and the ball. It's possible that the ball's wet a little bit because of the drizzle out there. That's probably why it went through the defender's hand. He couldn't bring it in, but.
It's so nice and cozy in here and nice and dry. We may be forgetting here that there is a little bit of a drizzle, a little bit of light rain out there. So the ball does have a tendency to slip, I would guess.
Yeah. And that was C.J. Parks on the, missing that first opportunity, and that's another veteran that's been around for a long time here. Another running play by the Hawkeyes. Oh, let's see. Whoa. Oh, he got outside.
He did. Someone shot through the
Good
middle and missed the tackle.
First down. All right. Hawkeyes might have found something that they can do here.
Faulkner chases it down from the weak side.
Yeah, it's a good run.
Yeah, well-earned first down.
Very, very one.
I know. Someone shot through the gap there and just didn't catch him. It would have been about a 2 or 3 yard game, but they couldn't quite run him down.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, they sealed the outside. They managed to get the edge and get him. He was able to turn upfield, which was great. It's the best offense so far that the Hawkeyes have had, so that's good. If they can dial up another couple of runs like that, move the ball down a little closer. From what I understand, they also have a really good kicker too. So, we'll see that. We'll see what can happen here. Hopefully that they can do something offensively.
All right. Little stack formation, man in motion. Here we go.
Okay. Butler was in motion. He's blocking it. Oh. Still cut back. There it is.
That's a nice
couple
job.
of yards. Good run. This kid is really running the ball well.
Yeah, saw the hole wasn't there. Bounced it outside.
Yeah. So, Tayin Black on the run. He's had 2 big runs already, which is great.
Faulkner once again runs it down, about a 4 yard gain.
Yeah, exactly.
2nd and 6. Here we go.
Yeah. Hawkeyes come back out of here with 2 good runs, which was great. Excellent. 2 big runs, which is really good. So we are doing, Hawkeyes are starting to put a little bit of offense together, which is really, really good.
Yeah, we'll cover 2 for the Sharks.
So, all right. Oh, here we go.
Oh,
boy.
Oh, boy.
Oh, what a catch on the sideline.
Oh, he said he got the feet down.
Yes, he called it a catch.
Wow.
Great. Good catch. Number 25.
That's a nice job.
Wow, great catch.
Yeah, Bethea, 25. Nope, or that looks like it was Stewart. Again, we had 225, so we're going to give that to Stewart.
Oh, well, Stewart is the quarterback, and the other one's the line corner. Yeah, you're right. We'll give it to Stewart then. You're right.
Stewart. Yeah, exactly.
There it is.
Process.
Anyway, number 25 made a great catch on the sideline for the Hawkeyes. Once again, they're dialing up some really good offense here. Let's see.
Roach back to throw again. Got his men out of the back.
Oh,
nice play.
Nice play. Great play by the defensive end, number 13. Awesome.
Yeah, Pimentel,
yes, great. That's the one thing. When I coach the defensive line, I tell them, if you can't get upfield, once you stop going, get them hands up. You get them hands up in the passing lane, you can deflect the ball, you can make something happen, for your defense.
Because, he had his back for a nice gain.
Yeah, he did. He was wide open on the flat there. Not sure what was happening with the linebackers coming out, but we have to see what goes on. All right, let's see the Hawkeyes offense. Okay. Let's see here. All right, once again. Rashawn Roach out there in the back. Single back with him. Drops back. Quick pass. Oh, wow. What a play on the sideline.
Hit him in a rough spot, huh?
Yeah.
Right between the 2 and the 5.
Yeah, incomplete pass. Great defense by cornerback that was there. So I thought, that was good. So, he is,
That's Kareem Stewart again.
Yeah. Trying his best. They're trying their best. Defense is trying to hold it down again. The defense is really working here tonight.
Well, 3rd and long, and you're probably barring a sack. I guess you're still in 4 down territory, right?
Yeah. Well, once again,
so you don't need to get it all.
Right. And once again, we were told they do have a good kicker. So if they get a little close and they want to try a field goal, they can tie this game up.
Yeah. We got a flag down or a timeout?
I am not sure what the stoppage is at the moment.
Oh, too many guys? Oh, there it is. Yep. I think they counted them twice just to make sure. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yeah, I think it's 12. So,
all right. Somebody wanted to get in the game because the offense is starting to move the ball, and he wasn't supposed to be in there. Let's see. Says I need a piece of this, and looks like they're still out there.
And you know what? That's not what you need, right?
No.
I mean, it's a simple.
Right.
You got to know who's got to be on the field, right?
Well, let's see. All right.
Let's see.
Waiting for the official signal.
All right.
Here we go. Dead ball. Substitution. Yep.
Yeah.
12 men on the field.
All right.
All right, so here we are again, right? The offenses start to move the ball, both offenses, and then they come back and they get these penalties.
And looks like the Hawkeyes want to talk about it.
All
3-0 Sharks here, semifinal game. We'll be back in a moment. By the way, where are we again? Where is this?
All right, well.
Yeah, welcome back, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight on HSG Network, hsgnetwork.com. Howard Gaber at the controls, trying to work the camera, trying to keep the plastic cover bag over the camera to see you folks have a nice clean shot tonight. And yeah, defensive struggle so far.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Well,
here the offense again. The Hawkeyes moving the ball well, and then they get a penalty and they have to move the ball back. So
again, 3rd and 15, not where you want to be. Let's see. Don't need it all again. Let's see what Roach does.
Yeah, we get 2-by-2 with one back in the backfield. Drops back to pass. Throws the ball.
Oh, he's got him.
Oh, great defense.
Oh, it
right
sure
there.
was. Last second, I thought he was open. I thought he had him. Bethea, the linebacker, back in coverage. Great job.
Yeah, number 25. He got back deep
Excuse
enough.
me, not Bethea. My fault. Marmaleos.
Eric Marmaleos. Okay, great defensive play by him.
Oh,
Marmaleos. He's listed as a linebacker there. He was deep.
He sure was deep in there, right? In the hole.
Yeah.
All right.
He managed to get back deep enough and be able to deflect that pass.
Yeah, we're going on 4th here. Yeah.
All right.
Now you got to get it all, right?
Now you can still get a first down.
Yeah, well.
You don't need to get all the way in. You can get a first down. Let's see what Roach comes up with here.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
They got the back. That's not going to do it, I don't think.
I don't think so. He got a couple out of it, but not all the way. I thought I saw a flag, but let's see.
No, I don't think so. I think we're good. Listen, you put yourself in a bad situation, right? 4th and long. That's exactly what the Sharks wanted. You're playing down and distance at that point.
Yes, exactly. You play the sticks on there as a defense, and that's it.
Absolutely.
So you just hope and pray that you make a tackle. Once again, you stay in front of the sticks. Ball's completed. You rally to the ball, and that's it.
Yeah, let's check one of our sponsors again, Lombardi and Lombardi Attorneys. When legal challenges present themselves, they can have a tremendous impact on your life. The uncertainty and the stress you're understandably feeling can cause pervasive difficulties that can change the course of your life. If that applies to you, give Lombardi and Lombardi Attorneys a call at 732-906-1500. They're located on Oak Tree Road in Edison.
Okay.
So good news, bad news for the Sharks. The good news is you stopped them on 4th down, but you're deep in your own end. Looks like we have a timeout on the field. We'll be back. you know,
It works.
Here we are.
It works for us.
Here we are. Team New Jersey Softball. Stay on top of everything. Team New Jersey Softball. Join our newsletter to stay informed about all the latest news, updates at Team New Jersey, and most important, the tourneys you want. Team New Jersey at 866-815-8600.
All right. Let's see what Manny comes up with now. See if this offense can do something with the ball now. In motion.
Yeah, Saru in motion. That's who he's going to.
Well done. Defense. Way to come up, defense. Way to come up.
Start, but there is a flag.
All right.
Yeah, Ronald Butler.
No, not Butler.
That's
Fletcher.
not Butler.
Gerald
That's
Fletcher,
Fletcher.
on the play there. Yeah.
And listen, remind me, I got to look at the name, the number, and the position
Exactly.
to decide which one. Okay,
we got that. Great play by him. He shut off the block. He managed to shut off the block and make a play. He read the play well. So, he made a play for a loss, and there's a flag.
There was. Look, I think it was a hold.
Holding on the offense. They decline it.
Well, why not? You lost 5. You might have to go second down here.
Mm-hmm. Once again, they're pressing. They're pressing on defense wise.
They are.
Like I said, these are the two defenses in the league that I believe I've seen so far. Who have been playing outstanding at the moment. Because I know the Sharks' offense is really high powered and they're not getting anything done. All right, 2 backs in the backfield. Handoff again.
And Saru cuts it back up the middle. Nice play.
Once again,
That's
though.
Well done.
Hawkeye defensive pressures, awesome. They're great. They penetrating so quickly.
Williamson just blew up that play.
Yeah.
Question number 1.
Yeah, he got in there. He got in there right away. So we'll see what the Sharks can come up here with now.
Third down.
We just got a roster correction here. Edward Evans is number 1, the linebacker for the Hawkeyes. So there we are.
All right.
I wonder what number Williamson's wearing.
He's wearing a different number.
Or is he home on the couch?
All right.
Or is he home on the couch? Which one? I'm not sure which.
He might be underneath the booth here, underneath the tent. Who knows?
All right. 3rd and long for the Sharks.
All right.
2-minute notification. There we are. Yeah, we're going to stay here for a bit. At least 2 minutes, right? Yeah, all right.
Oh, we're in the booth. Sorry about that, guys. Yes.
Hello, everyone.
How we doing once again? Like I said, we got the Jersey Vikings behind us here in the booth. And
any Viking guys bring any Windex and some towels? We can kind of clean off the window in front of us.
Yeah. Well, he's coming back now. The offense is coming back out again.
That's the shortest 2-minute warning I've ever seen. All right, here we go.
All right, let's see what they come up with.
Ball security if you're the Sharks. Deep in their own end.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Snap.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Wow, off the edge. Blows right by his man. That's a great play.
Mm-hmm.
Looked like 27 for the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, that's just
Rawls.
Yeah.
Sean Rawls.
Yeah, he is, once again, like I said, one of those guys who's been around forever.
He came blasting through there, man. Wow.
Yeah.
And the Hawkeyes, I guess, are called timeout, right? Got the stack. You're forcing a punt deep in your end zone. We're going to stay here with that. Hey, big time in the game right here, right?
Yeah.
Punt. You got your heels right on the edge of the end zone for the punter for 52, Jacob Henter.
Once again,
let's see. You going to go for this here? Are you going to play coverage? What are you going to do?
I mean, it's dangerous here. I mean, but the positive, if you do get it, you can get a touchdown. You get 6 points out of this, or if he gets off a bad kick, even a good kick, you still don't want to punt the ball to Ronald Butler back here. You understand? So
I know this is weird, and I know they probably won't do it. I'm almost advised to just take a step backwards and just take the safety.
Oh, I wouldn't take it. I'd punt it out of bounds.
I know you would, but man, this is he's only got about a 13-yard snap here. This has got danger written all over it. Let's see.
Well, we'll see. Let's see what they come up with.
Here we go.
They coming.
Oh.
Whew.
There you are.
Short kick.
Yeah, but you know what? It's no return. Did you call the punting it out of bounds?
Yeah.
Nice call. Well done. But the 45 maybe? Let's see. They're still stepping it off. Yeah.
Yeah.
At the 44-yard line.
Looks to be about right, yeah, because you didn't want to kick the ball to him.
Yeah.
To
No,
Ronald
of course
Butler,
not.
but
He's a
once
difference
again,
maker.
you knew the Hawkeyes were going to come in and try to get a block on that, because it's points.
And considering 44-yard line,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's a great job by Hentner. That's a great job.
Yeah. Well, anyway, still, once again, both defenses, playing well. It's field position, right? You punted the ball, you got it on the 44 or whatever it is.
Somehow we got to the 40. I guess he just
got to the 40.
He kept walking, I guess.
Okay.
All right.
So, from the 40-yard line, the defense for the Sharks have been playing well tonight. So
listen, you got a minute 45 if you're the Hawkeyes. You've moved it maybe on one drive. You got prime field position again.
Mm-hmm.
You just love to get something out of this, right? I mean, something.
Right. Well, once again, we know they have a field goal kicker, but maybe they're not comfortable with the position as to where the ball is. Maybe they need to be a little closer for him to do something. So once again, this is why I said, why go for it, all the way into the end zone as opposed to trying to get that first down or get yardage to be able to get a field goal in there. Let's see what they come up with. We got Butler out here by himself, I think it is.
No, he's not by himself. Zero's going to back off. They're going to have a safety come over the middle. Wow, nice play.
I don't know. I don't know what that was.
Well, it was not a lot of anything.
Yeah.
At that point. Servance, the linebacker.
Were they trying to fool the Sharks defense and say, hey, it's pass, and then come out with a small draw?
I'm not sure, but it tick of the clock.
Yeah, it did not fool the Sharks at all. So they were ready for it.
And the Hawkeyes only got one timeout here. Keep that in mind.
Let's see what happens here.
Sharks only rushing 4.
He should just keep running.
No, he's got his man at the 24-yard line.
And he got out of bounds.
He did. He did.
No. He called him inbounds.
He called him inbounds, yeah.
Yeah.
So now you got to hurry up.
Down, yeah.
You going to go up and clock or get a playoff?
Yep.
Or use your last time out? Which one? None of them. All right, they're going to run.
Well,
man, they seem to be in no hurry, too, don't they?
Yeah, right. Like,
goodness.
Somebody called the timeout, seems like.
Let's see.
Yeah, Hawkeyes.
Going to use the last one.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, we're going to do one more sponsor. Just am I doing this one there, Howard? Okay, listen, wonderful. Too Lit, Too Fit Nutrition in Avenel, New Jersey. Our mission is to build confidence in nutrition. We strive to empower our customers to reach goals and lead healthy lives. We take the latest nutrition science and the expertise of our team and distill it into educational resources and products. We could both used to be a little more fit.
Yeah, a little bit more fit.
Yeah.
You're right about that.
Yeah, Too Lit, Too Fit Nutrition, folks. Check them out in Avenel. Thank you to all of our sponsors, by the way.
I mean, I don't think they would appreciate my dinner right now, but I know I do.
Well, listen, I'm looking at your dinner. It is not on Too Lit, Too Fit's nutrition menu.
It definitely not. But
there's no question.
It is compliments of my brother, Mr. Coach Lowe from the Central Jersey Vikings, the owner also. So. He always takes care of me. I tell you, the history really quick, since I was 15 years old with this gentleman right here.
Wow.
And I just turned 58.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So your mother and his mother were both mothers.
Yes.
Right? Yeah. Gotcha. I knew that would work out.
Yes.
All right. You're related again.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it.
All right. Well, listen, Hawkeyes got a first down. We have no idea how much time's remaining. I'm guessing, 40 seconds. I don't know.
We don't know.
Your guess is as good as.
Could be one more play. Let's see. Let's see what happens here.
You guys back here got a stopwatch on you. You keeping time here for us? Jeez, a whiz. We're letting you in a nice warm booth, man. You're not helping. All right. Here we go. Hawkeyes on the move.
In motion.
And watch him in a pattern, too.
Okay, you got a block.
Oh, boy.
Ah.
Oh, boy, that takes care of that drive.
Yep.
Wow, ill-advised. You had 3 defenders, 2 receivers over there, 14 steps in.
Yep, number 24 in the interception.
Dimitri
Wilson on that.
Wow.
That was big. That was really big there.
Yeah, we are not taking care of it today, are we?
No, we're not.
On either side of the foot. Yeah,
no. I mean, really.
Team. Wow.
Both teams with the turnovers are really bad. Turnovers and penalties that hurt both teams.
4th down, no big deal, right?
Right.
But, man, on 2nd down like that.
The only ones that, took advantage of any decent field position were the Sharks with that field goal. And, as it is right now, the way this game is going, that could be the only offense we see this evening. Both teams, dialing up on defense.
Listen, or they could light it up in the second half. Listen, both teams have guys, right?
We would have to see what adjustments both coaches make
absolutely.
at halftime.
Absolutely.
Hopefully, they can come up with the right ones.
But folks, if you're looking for fireworks, don't go anywhere or come back after the half.
That is correct.
Because you may very well see some. Oh, Cabasa on a kneel.
Oh, what is that?
Oh, boy.
Oh.
Well.
Okay.
Wow, 57 for the Sharks with a little shove there. Feliciano.
Yeah.
Well, I think he took a little offense to somebody giving Cabasa a little shove there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's Rashawn Rose, number 27, taking care of,
So we'll have it unsportsmanlike right here at the end of the half.
Let's see.
I imagine that would run the clock out, I'm thinking.
Well, let's see. We don't know. Remember, we don't know how much time there was left.
No, we don't.
So, if there's a good amount of time, then we can still get a playoff. I mean, they get a penalty, they can get the ball downfield, a couple of plays. Sharks do have 2 timeouts. A couple of plays downfield, they get into field goal range again, right?
Julius Tobe for the Sharks isn't real happy either. He's jawing. Listen, just get your guys to the sideline, right? Well,
all right.
We've reached halftime, right? We're going to do some features from our sponsors, something I think from the Army coming out here. And we'll see you guys for the second half. Don't go anywhere.
Edison Heating and Cooling, New Jersey's comfort provider since 1987. With over 100 factory-trained service and installation personnel and a fleet of over 100 vehicles, we are able to service our customers faster and more effectively than our competitors. Our team of customer care professionals are always on call for an in-home consultation. If you and your family are in need of an installation or service completed by expert technicians, done professionally and efficiently, you need Edison Heating and Cooling. It's what we do.
Criminal charges.
Think that I'll keep loving you way past 65.
Yo, you wanna meet me at the bar?
Yeah.
Yo, you wanna meet me in the lounge?
Yeah.
Yo, you wanna meet me in the club?
Yeah.
Imagine a world where everyone is vaccinated and your grandparents can live their best lives. Again, get vaccinated. Be there. This is your shot.
Think that I'll keep loving you way past 65.
Should have listened.
Excuse me?
You should have listened to Grandpa and called Edison Heating and Cooling. You know you can always trust Edison to take care of our cooling needs. They would have given us a premier air conditioning system that actually worked. And with their reliable service, I wouldn't be here with my head in the fridge.
Okay, I'll give Edison Heating and Cooling a call.
Did you tell her?
I think she got the message.
Representing a seriously injured person requires a lot of research and preparation, but it also means giving hope to the client.
Lombardi Law is always there for you whenever you need them. You can count on them at all times. Lombardi Law gave me hope when I had none.
When you hire the law firm of Lombardi & Lombardi, you're not just hiring one attorney. You're hiring the education, the knowledge, and the experience of all 10 attorneys in this law firm.
Lombardi & Lombardi, representing seriously injured clients since 1973.
Why are you moving? Why are you moving? Huh? 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 Ah,
get away! This is Army Boot Camp. Before they join the United States Army, all recruits have to graduate from a 22-week program known as One Station Unit Training, also known as OSUT. It happens here at Fort Benning, a 182,000-acre military installation that straddles the Alabama-Georgia border about 100 miles southwest of Atlanta. Every year, more than 18,000 soldiers graduate before joining the more than 470,000 people actively serving in the Army.
13, 14, 15.
Although most of the recruits that we saw during our time there were male, recruits trained together in gender-integrated platoons.
These young men and women that volunteer to serve, they show up to us as civilians, and then we take them through a transformative process to turn them into soldiers.
You just go to the position of attention, and you stay in position of attention.
On a rain-soaked week in February, we spent 4 days inside the Army's Maneuver Center of Excellence, which trains soldiers to serve in the infantry and armor branches. We saw different companies at various stages of training. On day 1, new infantry recruits on a bus from the Atlanta airport arrive at the 30th AG Battalion headquarters, where all new recruits are received.
Listen up! You ain't got one to hear from you at this point. It's yes, drill sergeant, no drill sergeant. You understand? Yes, drill sergeant! And I tell you, you will pass your folders to the front!
The minimum age to enlist in the Army is 17, and the maximum age is 35. The base salary for an entry-level private is about $20,000 a year.
Let's go! 30 seconds! Hurry up, find your bag!
Once they're off the bus, the first order of business is establishing the code of conduct.
Because I promise you, if you don't pay attention to what I'm about to tell you, you're going to make your Army career very short. You treat everybody with dignity and respect, regardless of race, religion, color, national origin, gender, sexual orientation, and all other protected categories. Yes?
Yes, Drill Sergeant!
Sexual assault is any unwanted physical contact in a sexual nature. So if you put your hands on another individual and you're not instructed to, or you're not saving their life, and they file a sexual assault, and it comes down that you put your hands on this individual when you weren't supposed to, that is going to be on you. You will get kicked out of the military, and then you'll probably have to file as a registered sex offender. Do you understand?
Yes, Drill Sergeant!
Before they go inside, the new recruits learn some basic commands and standing positions.
Hang tight! Everyone look down at their toes. You should be able to fit a slice of pizza in between your toes. If you look around, they're gonna see you, cause you're taller than everyone else! Quickly! Who wants to sit there? Move your feet! Grab one and go, it's all the same!
The recruits grab the snack that's waiting for them inside, consisting of a fruit cup, sunflower seeds, a granola bar, and a juice box.
Watch the video, remain silent.
Since 1775, the Army has been the bearer of our nation's strength in every crisis or conflict. Make no mistake about it, the journey you are embarking upon will not be easy. But you wouldn't be here if we didn't think you couldn't meet the challenge.
Listen up for your last 4-year social.
After being welcomed, recruits begin what's known as processing, which can take 1 to 2 weeks before their actual training begins.
In a little bit, we're giving you a period to go in a room by yourself.
First, they're given one last chance to discreetly dispose of prohibited contraband like drugs, alcohol, tobacco, and inappropriate photographs.
If any photo you possess on your phone is less than a bathing suit, you will not have it. You will delete them all.
Recruits get rid of contraband in an amnesty room, where they dispose of it by throwing it down a metal chute.
Is anybody confused on what you can and cannot have?
The next morning, the recruits report to the barber shop, where one barber has worked at Fort Benning for almost 60 years.
I've been here ever since 1963. That's a long time. I should have been retired a long time ago, but I wake up in the morning now, I be wanting to come out here and go to work.
Recruits are issued uniforms. They receive a series of immunizations and vaccines, and get their official photo taken, along with myriad housekeeping details that fill up their 1 to 2 week stay in processing.
Hey, sit up straight.
That is, until processing ends, and the time for training finally arrives.
Let's go. Grab your bags and go.
We found a company of recruits about to begin training in the armor school.
Those are bridle.
These recruits are about to be picked up and taken to their barracks, where they'll reside for the rest of their training.
Let's go. You guys are going to the front. Let's go.
This is the last chance for recruits to change their minds before training begins, like one recruit who decided to stay behind. This short bus ride from processing to their new barracks will be the most peaceful moments these recruits will experience for a while. What happens next is known as the shark attack.
Run! Run! At no time will you walk! You will run! Everyone you freaking go! Go! Run! Run! They say what? Get your bags up right now! Get your bags up! This way! Let's go! You're a tough guy! Don't move! Do something! Do something! That's what I thought! Why are you still not understanding? He just said it!
Well, it's really just a little shock to the system so we can break them down to build them back up. We're breaking a lot of habits from the civilian world, and nothing better than a little shock to the system to establish that that drill sergeant is in charge to let us start our training.
Pick up your bag and hold it!
The recruits spend much of the shark attack holding their heavy rucksacks above their heads, which takes a physical toll.
Why is that so difficult? You can't pick that bag up. You decided to join the army and you can't pick that bag up. Right side bag, right side bag, right side bag.
After about 20 minutes, the intensity begins to subside, and the drill sergeant's tone changes.
We only produce the best soldiers in the United States Army
before training officially begins. After the shock and awe of the shark attack, things do appear to calm down.
Is it a video?
It's a movie.
Movie, yeah. Alpha 347. I always wanted to be a star.
We found this group of infantry soldiers in week 11 of their training, practicing on the firing range. The mood was much more relaxed.
Try to get 8 up on my level.
And their conversations with their drill sergeants are conducted at normal volumes, like when this drill sergeant educated the recruits on the meaning of the military expression, 8 up.
Is a piece of 8-up gum good? You don't want something that's 8-up, right? You want something fresh. You break the seal, it smells like olive oil, right? Okay.
That dynamic changes because we want the soldiers to become more critical thinkers. At that point, we are turning into more coaches and mentors. We dial it back a little bit, so we don't want them frightened. We want them to be comfortable and in a state of mind that is receptive to learning and performing at that level.
Up to 241 hours of infantry OSIT are devoted to marksmanship, where recruits fire about 2,500 rounds using the M4 carbine, as well as the M249 squad automatic weapon, or SAW.
We create lethality. We create expert marksmen at their individual weapons because as an infantry soldier, that's what we're asking them to do.
Recruits get one of the most painful parts of training out of the way early.
Once we check your seal, you will not touch your ProMat.
This group of infantry recruits was exposed to CS gas, or tear gas, in week 1 of their training.
You're going to continue to file in until we tell you to stop. You're going to place your back against the wall.
The recruits spend about 5 minutes inside the gas hut. Upon exiting the gas hut, the recruits are told to flap their arms like birds to remove excess gas from their uniforms. According to a drill sergeant, the effects of the gas begin to wear off after about 4 minutes. Some training moves indoors, like combatives, where recruits learn hand-to-hand self-defense tactics.
We're trying to teach them to achieve a dominant body position. So get out of one negative position and then switch roles so they end up having the upper hand in a fight.
During combatives training, recruits warm up with a particularly painful-looking exercise, referred to as the EO. While laying on their backs, they have to engage their core to wiggle across the entire room.
They use their momentum, shoulder blades, their core to help them create space, warm up the body.
Recruits work up a major appetite during training. But Fort Benning is big, and they're not always within range of the dining facility. When they're training in the field, recruits are issued MREs, which stands for Meal Ready to Eat. Each comes with an entree, like this vegetarian pasta with taco sauce, along with an assortment of items like mixed fruit, an energy bar, and this instant French vanilla cappuccino. Recruits just add water, shake it up, and enjoy. Once they're fortified, recruits return to their training. Recruits spend up to 60 hours in training known as MOUT, which stands for Military Operations in Urban Terrain.
Door left, door left. One man calls door left.
Infantrymen are expected to fight in different types of terrain and survive and win the fight. Right now, they are getting their first taste of what that's like in an urban environment.
Rolling T, all right, coming up.
In operations across Afghanistan, Iraq, we are conducting clearance operations, and it's applicable wherever we go.
Boom.
It's important for the future soldiers' muscle memory because they are working as a team with minimal communication, and they have to understand how that coordination works together.
Do it again.
After 22 weeks of training, these infantrymen are ready to leave Fort Benning. Friends and family gather to watch their soldiers graduate on NOA Field.
They look like soldiers, they act like soldiers, they're carrying their head high.
I'll never leave you alone, comrade!
I have trainees that were not alive when 9/11 happened. I think that's pretty powerful that I still can find American citizens that want to volunteer to serve their country when we continue to ask them to go to combat.
These new infantrymen don't have long to greet their loved ones.
Get on the bus!
Or say goodbye to their friends before leaving Fort Benning to begin their service in the United States Army.
And welcome back, everyone, to Seidler Field here in Plainfield, New Jersey. It's the Battle of New Jersey. The Jersey Hawkeyes and the Jersey Sharks going at it here in semifinal action, League of All Leagues Alliance. And stay here? Okay. Yep. Howard wants to get me in the shot here. I'm not sure that's a benefit, Howard. 3-0 Sharks, a defensive battle in the first half. Both teams, lots of penalties, lots of turnovers. I checked some stats while we were at halftime. These two teams have both committed, or number 1 and number 2 in the league in penalties. So I guess that's why we kind of where we are today.
Yeah, I didn't get to see, but did you check to see where both defenses were ranked by chance?
Yeah, both defenses are also very high. The Hawkeyes have only given up 95 points all season.
Okay.
The Sharks 126. So again, both really good, and so that's kind of where we are. Lance Fisher's the number 1 receiver in the league, although I think these stats are updated, too recently. But Sharks surprisingly number 8 in the league in rushing. That's one area they've really struggled in this year is trying to run the football. And I know talking to Coach Lou Morrow, he was really kind of concentrate a little bit on making sure that he at least honored the running game, as much as he possibly could.
Right.
And it looks like we're going to have something interesting to start the half. I guess there was a personal foul, which is going to cause the Sharks to be able to kick from midfield. So Hawkeyes, again, up against it to start the half. I would kind of expect him to put this out of the end zone more than likely. Yeah.
We'll see what happens. Yeah, you're right. Just it's been a great first half. A lot of defense, and a lot of penalties. Like you said, now we know both teams lead the league in penalties. That it's basically been what was expected.
Yeah.
Of the two teams. But it's got to be one that makes the least mistakes. As of right now, it's the Sharks. They're up 3-0. We have to see what adjustments were made defensively for the Sharks or defensively for the Hawkeyes. And, big right now is what did they make, what defensive, offensive adjustments they made, both teams, the Sharks and the Hawkeyes. Because, I mean, you want to come up with some more offense. The Hawkeyes ended that last half, with a good drive and then wind up shooting themselves in the foot again, with a couple of penalties and then a turnover. So, we have to see what goes on, with both offenses to see if they made any adjustments offensively, because, that's what it's going to take. What did you see that you can work now in the second half? So.
Yeah, I just talked with my wife down in Brick, New Jersey. It's raining pretty hard down there. We've luckily managed to kind of stay away from there. It's a little misty earlier. It's nice and clear right now. So, should be a good second half.
All right. Well, once again, let's the key is going to be what adjustments are made between the two offenses here, because defensively wise, I mean they've done well. They don't need to do much more. Simply adjust to whatever offenses come out with now. That's going to be the biggest thing.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, no question.
We're waiting on this kickoff here. Let's see. Like you said, this gentleman, he's got a good foot. He may wind up kicking it out of bounds. And there won't be a return.
Or at least out of the end zone, right?
Out of the end zone, yeah.
That's all right.
Same difference. All right.
Yeah. But the goal line.
Kept it. Oh, Butler on the return. Oh, good play.
Yeah, nice play.
Good tackle. Good tackle by I think that was number 8.
It was.
Number 0 on that. Okay.
0.
All right.
That's Gallimore.
Gallimore on the tackle.
Kid out of cornerback Lackawanna College.
Yeah, shoestring tackle there. That's one of those ways that you can get Butler. I mean, really.
You don't want to give Butler space, right?
No, you don't.
You certainly don't. However, when you have a condensed field like that, when you got 15 yards less to run, you kind of condense and sort of crunch the field a little bit, and you might as well say they gained about 7 or 8 yards as opposed to kicking out of the end zone.
Correct.
They would have been at the 25. So, every yard is precious, especially in a defensive struggle.
That is correct. So let's see what the Hawkeyes come up with offensively, what adjustments they made to counter this defense that the Sharks have. Roach is still back there at quarterback.
Yeah, by himself.
Up, right up the middle. He's running the ball.
Nice call.
Good call.
It was.
Okay.
And it looked like one of the linemen for the Sharks sort of took himself out of the play. On that, rushing to the left, the hole opens wide open.
Right up the middle, yeah. Good call. It was a good call.
Sometimes you're right and sometimes you're wrong, right?
That is correct.
No doubt.
Yeah, but you pick A, you pick B, depending on what what your assignment is. But you almost knew you spread the field. When you spread the field like that, it's because you want room, and that's exactly what Roach got. He got room. He was able to run.
And now you're going to work second and short here, so.
Right. Now you can call a number of things offensively, if you like, with your playbook here, you can do a number of things. Because if you don't lose any, if you don't get a sack here, you don't lose any yards, you can still come back and run the ball.
That's a tight set with trips to the top, huh?
Mm-hmm. All right. He takes off again, starts running. Oh, he lost the
ball
ball
on the turf. Oh. Wow, nice play.
And he recovered it.
Yeah, he did. Looks like Nesmith knocked it loose. Safety for the Sharks, number 2.
Yeah, once again, Sharks defense coming up big.
Looks like one of the offensive linemen fell on it.
He lost yards on that?
Yeah, he did after the fumble.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 3rd and 4.
Okay, let's once again. I mean, looked like he was getting ready to run again. I don't know if it was by design, but once again, I guess they figured we're going to try to spread the defensive out.
Yeah, spread
and
him
create,
out front, right?
Create some running lanes for him if need be. If he doesn't see the open, he doesn't get a chance to get an open receiver, at least you can create some running lanes for him.
Because you like him in space too, right?
Yes.
Naturally.
So let's see what they got a back there now with him.
That could be the pass protect, huh? Yeah, looks like it is.
All right, he's rolling out, being chased from behind.
From behind, nice play. Oh yeah, Nesmith again.
Mm-hmm.
Nesmith again from the backside.
Chased him down.
Nice work. Now, again, normally you're punting here, right? Normally
you're punting. I'm assuming. Well, Roach can punt too. So, like I said, he's an athlete. He does it all.
But semi-pro, they're usually not. They're not opposed to going forward from almost anywhere on the field.
From almost anywhere,
right?
Exactly. I mean, especially if your defense is playing that well. If your defense is playing that well, you don't have that fear. But now you know that the Sharks do have a field goal kick and he can make it. So
see, semi-pro sometimes is a little rough for me because I'm really a big field position guy. I just am. I know it's really hard to drive the ball. Kennedy deep for the Sharks?
Yeah, Kennedy's deep for the Sharks. Let's see.
Right. And I guess that is Roach back there, right?
And it is Roach kicking the ball.
Looks like they're going to have Nesmith back there too for the Sharks double.
That's a smart move.
Yeah, it is.
It gives you good, an opportunity to field the ball.
And the smarter move will be to try to catch it rather than letting it hop.
Okay.
There you go. It's a perfect chance to catch.
Good punt.
He's going to let it go. Boy, oh boy. Oh.
Good punt. Good punt.
It's a nice job. 16 down there to down, and probably should have let it roll a little bit, right?
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Could have let it roll a little bit. They were around it.
McCray, a wide receiver. Mm-hmm. Yeah, good punt. Nice change of field position. Well done. All right. Work my way up or work my way down? Let's start with Edison Township Police. Thank you so much for all you do, Edison Township Police. If you need them, it's 732-287-0900. Yeah, I guess 911 would work. Yeah, Howard, thank you.
It's always the.
Wow, you must have used that once or twice, right?
I always lose. I always lose when I'm trying to dial 911. I can never find that 11 on there.
Yeah,
I get the 9, I can't find the 11.
Yeah, well, boy.
All right, let's see. Let's see what they're coming out with now.
You must have had a real hard time on the rotary.
Oh, yeah, the rotaries were the worst for me.
For those of you out there, rotary is now. Never mind. It's okay. now it's just a club. Anyway, all right, Kabasa. Let's see what you got here, baby.
Hawkeye showing blitz again. Let's see if they come with it. No, they back out of it. Oh, wow, good defense.
Was good defense, but a nice catch in a short window.
Yeah, very good.
Who was that? 8.
Yeah. Good catch. Good catch. Good defense. Once again, like I said earlier, if you want to be able to, help Manny, you want to get him a couple of those short passes to soften up that defense, have him step up just a little more, then maybe you can go deep on him. But
that's kind of like an extended running play, right?
Exactly.
A little pop over the middle.
At the moment, Hawkeyes look like they keep dropping. They drop it into a 3 most of the time, which is why it's difficult to get deep on them. But their linebackers underneath are playing really well. They're finding the spots. They're looking. They got their heads on the swivel looking for the receivers coming across.
Listen, if you want to get somebody deep, you see 20 here to the bottom of your screen. There's your guy.
There's your run.
Ridley, nice
Good
job.
Run.
This guy.
Good run, first down. Way to run.
Running through arm tackles.
Yeah, there it is.
It's well done.
Yeah, there he is.
Well done.
You knew at some point he was going to get 1 or 2 of those big runs out there.
Raheem Ridley, the ageless running back from where? Rutgers.
There it is.
Scarlet Knight.
Yeah, he had a good run there.
From the Doug Graber era, for those of you out there. I know it was a while ago, but
Well, like I said, eventually Raheem is going to get his opportunity to, get a play or two off, which is good, for the Sharks, that they keep moving the ball.
Actually, one of the few holes they've really had on offense tonight
Mm-hmm.
in the running game.
All right, let's see now. He's back there
Same
again.
way.
No. See what they come up with here.
Got a little time to close
pressure
down.
here.
Oh,
brought down.
Nice play, 27.
By Sean Rose again. Sean Rose again coming up from his linebacker spot, making another play.
Another ageless one, right?
Yeah, another ageless one. That's what I'm saying. I mean, these guys, like I said, I've coached them before too in the past. He's played for me, and he's always been a smart guy, always doing his thing out there. And, the Sharks don't have an answer for him right now. He's been in a lot of plays. I don't have stats for tonight, but when we do see them later on, you'll see that he made quite a bit of plays this evening.
I'm guessing 6 or 7 tackles at least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so.
All right, 2nd and 10 for the Sharks. Here we go.
He's playing defensive end, actually. He ain't even playing linebacker this evening. Normally plays linebacker, but that's good.
Well, speed sometimes, right?
Yeah. Oh, there he is.
Again. Oh, nice play.
Really, I had nowhere to go.
They shut that down, didn't they?
Yes. Had nowhere.
Couldn't tell who it was on the outside, but they were not gonna let him get outside. The Hawkeyes think they have the ball. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Looks like we're holding up 3 there, or holding up 2. On the down marker, referee down by contact.
Great defense, though. That was great defense by the Hawkeyes.
It was. And again, sealed that corner. Ridley was trying to cut it left. Nah, nothing doing.
He couldn't. He couldn't go off tackle. Couldn't get outside. He had to turn back and ran back into the defense that was coming down the line.
I think it was your boy Riles over there.
Yeah, he did hold the edge. He held the edge very well. Yeah. He had the edge. He had that edge held very well. He did good on that. So once again, like I said, what adjustments? It doesn't look like the Sharks made too many adjustments offensively at the moment. Still trying to establish the run game.
Not on this play. Oh, boy. Wow.
Oh.
Can we say he didn't see him?
Wow.
Ooh.
He got lucky again on that.
Yes, that looks like 12 Joshua Knight.
Yeah. I tell you, this defense from the Hawkeyes, there's no let up on them.
No, it's just an ill-advised throw, man. He was right there all the way. He didn't come flying in to make that play. He was right there.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Cabasso
with a few bad decisions tonight, huh?
Yeah, it's it's normally not his thing. That's not his forte.
Oh, boy.
He's normally really good with the ball and protecting it. And I'm not sure why he hasn't taken off running yet either. He hasn't had the opportunity really, but
Hunter into punt for the Sharks. Looks like they need one more man on the end of the line.
But once again, like I said, they did not get any. Not sure what they try to come up with offensively. Punted, got it away.
Nice kick, good line drive. It's going to roll. Nice play. Sheds a tackle.
Butler.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there he is. Good run back. Good return.
Sure was. He got a nice hop there, too, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Right, bounced right into his hands.
Nice
and
job.
He took it in stride and kept going. Got a good, maybe 40 to maybe 20, 25 yards on that return, which was good.
Yeah, Sharks end up flipping the field, or the Hawkeyes flipped the field on the punt return. Edison Cooling and Heating. At Edison Cooling and Heating, they're able to provide you with seasoned technicians, expertly trained to repair and inspect any HVAC system. Of course, in Edison, New Jersey, 732-372-4957.
All right, let's see now. Let's see what offensive adjustments the Hawkeyes made coming out.
Yeah. Looking at 59 to pay dirt here, huh?
It is. We got one back in the backfield. We got 2 out, 2 by 2.
Spread them out and run again?
Yeah.
I don't know.
In motion, number 13 in motion. Ward.
I wasn't there. Nice play.
Good play.
That's something called not giving up, right?
Yeah.
And that was well done.
He went left. The hole was absolutely cold. Got a jump cut and went right and took it off. Got enough 9 yards for that on that play there.
Yeah, Pimentel way downfield there. Nice hustle by him from his defensive end position.
Yeah.
Get in there to make the play.
I mean, I guess the Hawkeyes feel, hey, we're going to try to run the ball more this half.
Listen, you spread guys out, opens up the field for you.
It does.
And this is a great position, right? 2nd and 1. You can do a lot here.
You can. You know, your book is open. Rashawn by himself back there.
Nice play.
Okay, good pass, good catch.
That's a nice tackle, too.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
First down.
Kennedy, ASA College.
Yep.
That's well done. Saw the corner off about 5 yards. Just a little hitch. First down.
Mm-hmm. Oh, once again, so I guess they figured now, you know, okay, we're going to throw the short passes. You know, they're giving us room to complete a couple of passes. Like you said, it's an extension of a run. So, you know, you'll be able to, you know, get some yards. And now you got a first down. Once again, now you can open up the book again and see what you come up with here.
You know, you complete a few of those, it opens up the running game. I know it's a strange thing to say, but sometimes that does open the running game. You got to honor.
All right, well, let's see what happens. Okay. Got one guy behind him again.
Cover 2 for the Sharks.
Looks that way. He's back to pass.
Incomplete.
I mean, he had somebody open there.
Yeah, he did.
But you know, he just didn't get enough on the ball. He didn't get enough to get it out there.
Well, you had Nesmith there, but he never stopped and squared. You know, it's hard to roll right if you can't get those shoulders squared and step in.
That is correct.
Yeah, a little short on.
Looked like he threw off his back foot a little bit too, which is not good at all.
Exactly.
So you know, he tried, but you got to learn to stop and plant, throw that ball.
Just sometimes relax a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just go through the mechanic and make the throw.
At this point, you got to just tell him, have some fun out here. You know, do what you do. Say Rashawn's always been a great player. He's dropping back now.
Oh, safety blitz.
Oh my God. Great pass, but terrible hands. That ball.
Right between a 1 and a 3, huh?
You couldn't get any closer. You couldn't. My goodness.
But, the defenders, flashed in front of him for just a second. Sometimes you lose vision on that ball.
It's possible. That is true, and, it definitely is. I mean, you can't really say, well, the ball might be wet or something because the ball hit him right in the gut. He should have been able to cradle that in and being able to get complete a pass for some really good yards. But
and you know what, in a game like this, what a big play that would have been.
That would have been a very big play here. Exactly, because that would have been what the Hawkeyes are looking for. A play like that is what they need right now. It's exactly what they need right now.
And the Shark fans are all dialed up here on the side with the defense chant, huh? Looks like they're rushing 4, 5.
Hey, showing blitz, but let's see what they do.
Showing 6.
Hey, they came with the blitz.
Rushing 4 now.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Once again, trying to throw off that back foot is not a good thing.
We've seen that, haven't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, 4th down, 44-yard line.
And we know.
Yeah.
They're going to go for it.
Well, but
they won't be punting.
But Roach is the punter, right? So you're not quite sure what they'll do.
Hey. Listen, you can get a pooch punch.
Well, exactly. You line up like you're going for it. There's nobody deep. It's a freebie.
Mm-hmm.
It's a freebie. And that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, well.
If it's me.
Look, once again, your defense is playing well. I mean, short of the 3 points that they've given up, they are playing well.
They are.
I mean, once again, you take the chance and, one big play, which would have happened right there on that completion. They would have had that play that they needed.
It sure looks like they're going, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, there it is.
Okay, he drops back.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Yeah, there might have been a little confusion on that play. Looks like he threw a comeback stop and he was going deep.
And the receiver kept moving, yeah.
Yep. Well, you'll talk to them later and you'll figure out which one it was supposed to be, right?
Yeah. I'm surprised the defender didn't make the play on that. It hit him right in the hand.
It sure did. Well, sometimes the hand isn't a good spot.
The hand is not good spot. You're right.
As they say, there's a reason you're on defense, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
True that. It was 4th down. Maybe he didn't want to catch it.
He didn't want to catch it. Yeah. So we're gonna err to the side of what a great non-play.
What a great non-play. I guess so.
Okay.
You can do that.
I like that. Exactly.
I still say we take the ball and turn momentum.
Yeah.
It was 4th down stop. Now we come back out with the ball.
Might have had some room on that side too. But all right, Here we go.
Okay, let's see what adjustments they made.
We haven't called Fisher's name in a while, have we?
No, I don't think so.
A little handoff.
Hey, what?
Oh, look at him coming through.
Nice.
Huh? Ouch. That's a great play.
Fletcher.
Is that Fletcher? Yeah.
Yeah, Fletcher on that play.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow. He was like in the backfield. He was in the offensive huddle. He says, "Oh, you handing the ball off to Raheem? I got you. I'll meet you back there as soon as you give it to him."
4 yards back, right?
Yeah, exactly. And once again, Rashawn, holding the edge out there because he was in on that too.
There was no time for an edge.
Yeah.
Wow. That's almost like a sack, right?
Mm-hmm. I tell you, this defense here, man, they're flying off the ball. They are moving. That they gave up those 3 points once again. When penalties. Gave up some, good field position to the Sharks, and they capitalized.
I'd like to see Sharks run a little bit more misdirection. I really would. They're just that Hawkeye defense is just teeing off on them.
Yep.
They really need to get Cabasa on the run, on the move a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's going.
Oh,
for
look
Fisher.
at this.
He's wide open too. There he is.
Go. There he is.
He's the man. I'm telling you.
Tackle.
That is a great tackle.
Saving tackle there because he was gone.
What I say, honor the deep ball. You got to honor the deep ball. He did. He passed it off. I don't know whether he thought he had safety help on that or not.
Yeah, probably.
I'm sure we'll see that again.
Yeah, well, that was Harris on that play. Saved the tackle, the touchdown there.
Like he is the difference. He's the difference maker. There's no question. If there's one guy on this field, that can really make a difference. Maybe other than Butler. He's the man.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I don't know what defense they were in.
We'll see if Howard can cue that baby up in a little bit.
We get a replay when we get a chance.
That's fine. Here we go.
Get a shot in the booth here at some point, too.
Yeah, Sharks almost in field goal. Little pump, pass, got his man again.
Oh, in the slot. He broke a
done.
tackle.
He's done.
Touchdown.
Sharks.
Touchdown.
Look. One-man wrecking crew. Lance Fisher.
Lance Fisher. There it is.
Wow.
That's the break they needed right there.
Look, when you have a guy like that, you can do lots of good things.
Right.
He runs great routes, too, and I can vouch for his the way he works in practice. My son Anthony would show up to games with him, and there'd be like 12 guys show up to practice. He'd be one of them every single time. His kid works on his craft, and it shows. And he's really become an excellent – he was always a good wide receiver. Over the last few years, he's just become almost unstoppable.
Right. Well, once again, that's the break that the Sharks needed there, right? You need a big play. Here it is. Now you come off, you break a tackle and you'll be able to get into the end zone, which is amazing.
And take on for the conversion. Oh,
yes,
Tommy. Gee, I think Tommy just didn't get to handle that one. Oh, boy.
It's odd because here we talked about during the break how his holding ability, it's on point. It's excellent. And he fumbles the ball there.
And he's not happy.
Maybe we can get back to the replay.
Yeah, we can. Yep, here's the pass.
We're going to see this first pass to set up the touchdown.
And watch, looks like he's man-to-man with a safety over the top, but he never gets there in time. He gets there in time to make the tackle. So watch him just blow by right here. And here comes he was looking in the backfield.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
So I saw what happened there. I guess the offense, maybe Manny realized that the safety was down up in the box trying to give direction and didn't get back quick enough to be able to make a play.
He took 2 steps forward, and he was done.
Yeah, exactly.
He was done.
That is right. Now we're going to see the touchdown here.
Now look at the far right corner of the screen.
See the best we can, yep. Good move. He went inside.
And then a missed tackle right there.
Missed tackle one.
And then he's out of position.
Yep. There it is. Oh, missed tackle by number 1 there. Oh, man.
And darn well the Hawkeyes have watched film. They know who number 20 is.
Oh, yeah.
And you scheme and try to do things to try to at least minimize what he's going to do to you.
There was.
And for some reason, he does it anyway.
Yeah, there was 3 defenders there, but no one made a play.
That's it.
No one was able to make a play. So
He finds that little seam, makes the play. He's in the end zone.
And that's it.
That's it.
He wasn't able to make a play. The 3 defenders, they realized they had an idea of where he was going with the ball, but knowing and stopping are 2 different things.
Sure are.
Medical response, please. Is he okay?
All right. Hedrick to kick off.
Here we go.
Guess who they're keeping the ball away from, huh?
Yeah, he got a good return before.
There it is. That's what you want. But
look at great move.
Oh, you can't leave him off the corner. Oh, my goodness.
Boy.
That's a great run back.
Yes. Good return.
Wow. It's everything the Sharks wanted except the execution of the final tackles.
That was Ward, number 13, again on the return. Got the ball back to at least, looks like the 45-yard line, which is great field position for the Hawkeyes.
He did a great job with that. Yeah.
They're down. They're down right now, but once again, you need some sort of spark to be able to get this going.
Yeah, you need a drive here if you're the Hawkeyes.
Yeah.
You need a drive, and you need to
points.
Finish. You need to finish a
exactly.
drive. Absolutely.
Exactly. That's exactly what they're looking for. We'll see.
And the Hawkeyes have moved it a bit, but they've always had something stopping them. Whether it's the Sharks or whether it's the Hawkeyes stopping themselves. They've just never been able to put several first downs together.
That's been the thing all evening. Yeah, right. Every time they do get a drive going, something happens and they get it called back. Penalties. All right, we got two by two receivers. Let's see what happens here. All right. Butler with the ball, yeah.
Yeah, nice play.
Breaks a tackle or two, gets some good yards there.
Yeah, picked up about maybe 9, close to a first down.
Yeah, 9 yards on that.
Anytime you can get him the ball right, any way you can
in
get
space, yeah, that's what you want. He's your playmaker out there. You want to get the ball to him, and
he's the Lance Fisher on the other side of the.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but they've been playing really good defense on him. So I guess you haven't been able to get the ball out to him too much, but you want to get the ball in his hands at some point, so that this way you can get something out of it.
Early and often, right?
It's correct. As much as you can. Hey, drop back again. Another screen over here. Oh.
Still going to get the first down, though.
Yes. Oh, he's still on his feet.
And
good running.
Wow.
Took a big shot at the end there, but kept his feet and was able to get a first down.
Yeah, it looks like 17, Nasir Clark.
Yeah.
On the catch.
Oh, there's a flag on the play. Let's see what it is.
And it's in the holding zone, isn't it?
Yeah, holding Hawkeyes. Well, here we are again, right? We start moving the ball. They start moving the ball again, and now all of a sudden you get another penalty, and you end that drive. You bring the ball back again.
Yeah, you make your life a lot tougher here.
Yeah. Rather than now having a first down, you go from first down, 1st and 10. Now you got to go back.
1st and 20, right? No,
first.
It looks like it was a downfield hold, apparently. So it's a spot foul. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, that's very true.
Mm-hmm.
It was. They did mark it back 10. They were only a yard short of a first down.
All right.
Yeah, this old age thing's a killer.
Yeah, for sure.
Whistles. Oh, third quarter.
Okay.
All right, 3 quarters in with a great game here at Seidler Field in Plainfield. We'll be back for quarter number 4. Don't go away.
Is your indoor air working properly? Edison Heating and Cooling is your neighborhood's trusted professional since 1987. Just give a call and a trained comfort advisor will meet with you, do a full inspection, and discuss your options from repair to upgrading to a new high-efficiency system that could save you up to 61% of your energy bill. Our fully trained technicians install and service all systems, including premier Carrier products for both residential and commercial customers. All day, every day, count on Edison Heating and Cooling.
I just did Lombardi. I can't do Lombardi.
All right, well, starting the 4th quarter off here. Let's see what the Hawkeyes can come up with. It's been that game that we said it was going to be I thought it would be a defensive game, and exactly what I said it was. A couple of mistakes on the Hawkeyes. Missed tackle here, which allowed the Sharks to score. A couple of big plays downfield by the Sharks, who have been quiet offensively up until that point.
Both teams punching each other in the mouth, huh?
Yeah. So Sharks definitely took advantage of what was given to them. Motion now.
Well, handoff up the middle, breaks through
Good
an arm
run.
tackle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice play.
Carried by 19.
Taheem Black.
That's right. Taheem Black on the run there was good. Got about 5 to 6 yards maybe on that.
They got third manageable.
Mm-hmm.
And at midfield, again, probably 4 down, barring a big sack.
And it looks like they're running away from your big guy there, number 97. Looks like they're running away from him right now.
We haven't talked about him too much.
We have not mentioned his name in a bit, but that's smart. I mean, if you got to be able to do something. Maybe they're doubling down on him. And
he's got a little hands on hips there, too, right?
Yeah.
You never like to see that, do you?
Nope. He may be a little winded already, yeah. Big guy like that. You don't know what his stamina's like, but, still. Let's see. You got 2 backs in the backfield with him now.
Man in motion.
You got 1 safety high there.
And that's
Fake now he rolls.
That's where they're looking, too.
Looked like he wanted an option.
Roach on the keeper?
Roach on the keeper there, yep.
Didn't quite get it. Come on.
Couple of yards there.
About 3 yards short he's going to be. Got the Shark 48. Nice play there coming off the pile.
Mm-hmm.
I can't get the number there. It's like 19, 18?
18 on that, yeah.
The one we don't have, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Ah, all right.
I mean, but, you know, hey, it was a good run by Rashawn. You know, he had Butler trailing him. Looked like they were going to try to get an option to go there, but, you know, it was played well by the Sharks. They covered that really well.
Listen, he did roll to the side of the man in motion, right? So
yes, he
had
did.
An extra receiver just trying to get him strung out a bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 4th down.
We'll have to see. Yeah, 4th down.
Big down.
As we know, they don't punt.
No.
So
it's a 2-possession game. You might as well get rolled.
Yeah, true that. You got to get it. They need about 4 yards to get a first down. Let's see what they can come up with. And the 2 deep zone right here. See what they come up with.
Yeah, quarterback draw maybe here.
I mean, it's, you know, they got him spread out. You never know. He's probably looking for a good lane to rush.
Or is he just trying to draw him off? That's all he's trying to do. Wow. Boy, that's unusual, right?
Yeah. Looked like he was trying to draw him off sides, but got a timeout.
Now they're going to get a timeout and think about it.
All right.
We're going to stay here, aren't we?
Yeah. We're not going to take a break. That's excellent.
All right, so you're going to draw them off. You don't draw them off. You get the timeout. What do you come back out and do?
Maybe they change their mind. Maybe they will punt. Maybe they will punt now.
Well, you guess you.
I mean, you know, Rashawn is your punter, so you know he's in already.
Well, like we said, you know, if he goes back, it's a free punt.
Right.
So let's see what they want to do.
Yeah.
I figure you got about 13 minutes left. You just started the 4th.
Yeah, you just started the 4th about 13 minutes.
Yeah, you got some time.
You got some time, and defense is playing well with the exception, once again, 2 big plays, and that's it. Just 2 big plays in this whole game.
Yeah.
And that's the story right now where, you know, we had 1 deep pass that was caught for good yards, and then, you know, the second one, you know, it was a quick slant, and broke 2 tackles and was able to get into the end zone. Touchdown Sharks.
But let's be honest, the Sharks have moved the ball better in this game.
They have.
They deserve their 9-0 lead.
Yes, they have.
There's no doubt.
And once again, you know, that they have not made any mistakes this second half, you know, which is a good thing. That's the one thing that they're, you know, they've gotten down in check right now.
All right, well, here we are.
All right, let's see.
Can he kick this from here? He's probably not.
Nope.
No.
Out to Butler.
Oh, nice
good
play.
block.
Yep.
Yeah, there he is. There he is.
Well done.
Oh, wow.
Wow. What a
great move.
Touchdown saving tackle.
It
no
was.
Question. No question. Darrell Kennedy Jr. out of ASA College saves the touchdown. And you know what? That's the same play they ran before when the wide receiver didn't make the block.
Exactly.
That time he makes the block.
He makes the block, and Ronald's able to get upfield.
Great on the coaching staff to go back to that. That would have worked earlier. It was the right play. It was the wrong execution.
Right. This time they have better execution and better results. That's it.
Excellent.
I mean, how many times can you go to the well? But let's see. Let's see.
Well, if there's still water in it, right?
Yeah. Well, if there's still water, you are right.
You go to the well. Exactly.
Because they can. Well, he's on this side now. Let's see what happens.
Sharks on the move. Got an official timeout for something.
Hawkeyes moving the ball upfield now. Good pass.
Yep.
All right. We have,
we
have an official timeout again. Let's see.
We do.
Well, once again, that was a great pass. You know, it's a little low again. You know, Butler had to bend down for it again and be able to catch it and then get a field. The key was that block by the receiver.
Yeah.
He made a great block.
Maybe Howard has that one again. We can see that block on the corner. That was essential.
That was big on that.
Listen, wide receiver blocking, they never like to do it, right?
Right. And man, you get this one guy, you know. Yeah, let's take a look at it real again.
Let's see if we catch the number.
Right.
And it's the inside wide guy that just steps back, makes the play.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken.
It's the number 2 receiver was able to get the block.
So you have a deep corner 10 yards off. That did help
right
there.
He picked up the safety.
There's the block. 13 did I get?
I'm not sure, but either way, it was a great block.
Yeah, 13 could have been Kyle Ward, although we have him as a linebacker, but I don't know. Hard to say.
Okay, let's see what they dial up here now.
Yeah, here he is coming to this side. It was 13. Nice block. Keeps the drive alive.
And that's the important thing for the Hawkeyes. They need, this is a must drive for them here. Got a running play again.
Nice job, and the whole Pimentel stuffs it up a little bit.
Yep.
Little help from Nesmith.
You got a couple out of there possibly.
Give him one for sure.
Right. You got. I mean, you got to keep the defense on it. You got to run the ball. So he got a couple of yards there. Let's see what the coach calls now. It's the second and 9, I think it is.
And if indeed you do have a kicker, and we're still not quite sure whether or not they do, you only need 10. So you can take a short one here if you need it.
Yeah.
Provided that
they have a kicker. Here we are again talking about this.
Here we are again.
This Smith, Hawkeye kicker, this Smith that he is, because we don't know him. We don't see him.
We're talking about the player who's not a football player until you need a kick.
Yeah.
Then he's a football player, right? That's how that works.
Sharks defense now, and they're still in the 2. They're not trying to give up anything deep here.
They're not.
All right.
Over the middle. Oh, deflected.
Oh wow.
Somebody got their hands up. I'm not sure who it was. One of the linemen got his hands up.
That is a lucky break for the Hawkeyes because that defender was in great position. If it was a good ball, that would have been an interception there.
Yeah, that could have been 98 Hurt Jr. out of Somerville.
Possibly.
He got his hand up over there.
Yeah, well, like I said, once again, you get your defensive lineman, you know he's trying to get the ball out of his hands really quick. He's deep in the pocket. Once you realize you can't get any more depth as a defensive lineman, you're not getting any further afield. Get them hands up. Get them hands up, and you can deflect the pass. You can do anything. It'd be it's beneficial for the defense, in which he was lucky to get. Hawkeyes were just lucky that
sometimes you bat that thing straight up in the air, it comes right down in your lap, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Or you or one of your teammates.
All right.
We have to see what that.
3 wide single back. 4 wide, excuse me. Trips right.
Okay, drops back. Not much of a rush.
Oh, boy.
Oh, another deflection.
Oh, my goodness. 31 back there for the Sharks makes a nice play. C.J. Parks.
Yeah, that's right. Mr. Parks. Yeah, one of those other guys. One of those guys, like I said,
I'll bet he wants that one back, too.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of highlights of him. He's had a couple of interceptions this year.
Pretty nice coverage for the Sharks.
It was.
I got to say. Not a lot of wide open guys today.
No, I thought it was a little pass that there was 3. It looked like there was 3 defenders there when he threw that ball.
Well, here we are again, 4th down.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, let's see. Like I said, C.J. Parks is one of those guys that has been out here forever. He's been playing. He took off a year or 2 because he had shoulder issues, and he went back out of surgery and came back like a beast this year. He's back with a vengeance.
Well, look, you got 3 wide receivers left again, only 2 defenders over there. Let's see, there it is again, same play.
Okay, Butler's got the ball.
21 makes the play.
Oh, here we go.
He reads it. Yeah, and that's a good job, Faulkner.
Yeah, defense, way to rally to the ball.
Yeah, Faulkner. I've said his name a lot tonight, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, they went back to the well one too many times, right? Yeah. Yep. Faulkner says, nope, I've seen that before.
Exactly.
And I've seen it recently.
Mm-hmm. But, once again, that's what you could hope for, right? You know where the sticks are. You know what you got to play. The ball's caught. You got to make sure your defense rallies to the ball and makes a play. That's all you hope for.
Now, I see number 6, Justin Hayes, in the game right now. I'm thinking Chuck Knoll ground and pound here might be.
It's a possibility.
Yeah, I mean, you want to ball security.
You're right.
Tick at that clock. Up 2 scores.
Good ball security, but once again, he's a great runner. I've seen him run the ball and have some really big plays. I think this kid's amazing. When he gets a full head of steam running, he's great. It's hard to bring down big as he is.
Listen, that's an interesting formation, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if you're going to have Hayes try to seal the edge here. Ridley in the backfield?
Possible.
See what they do.
All right.
Yeah, keep your eye on the top of the screen. See what they got going over there.
All right.
No.
Faked it.
Going to the single. Man-to-man. Fisher again.
Yeah.
Ooh. I think he definitely wants a flag on that, doesn't he?
Yeah, he did. He did want it, but
and he doesn't complain much either.
I just say it was good coverage there.
Yeah. Of course, when you're running by people for catches, you don't complain much, right?
Exactly. you don't tend to complain if you're running by them. That's right.
Yes, I do not cover him man to man. Sorry, I just don't.
Yeah, but it was good. It was good defense.
It was good coverage. It's 24 Scott.
Scott on that. Yeah, he
Scott. Yeah.
He was there. He was there.
He was. All right. Looks like they're going to stay with it, right?
Oh, now,
Here we go.
Now they got him one-on-one.
Same way, yeah.
Safety is still down in the box way too close.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's the advantage you want to take, it's the adjustment. You know, hold your water on offensive line. Give him a second or two, and he'll get that ball off. Ran the ball. Good job.
Not good blocking off that side, though, huh?
Mm-hmm.
There's Ridley again.
Yeah. It looked like Ridley again, but you know, he like you said, you know, once again, you know, they know what they got to do. Their defense is playing well.
Yeah, Hayes coming out, Saru coming in.
Yep.
Yeah.
They want to, they control the ball, make sure that, that each possession is, time consuming and take time off the clock. Once again, we don't know how much time there is in the fourth quarter here, but
you're probably about midway through, as I'm guessing.
Possibly midway, so you want to, control that, the possession.
Right. And listen, watch.
You want a first down, though.
Watch 16 Saru. He didn't come in the game to block. Be honest with you. They may drag him across the middle. Watch him. He's at the bottom of your screen.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's see what goes on here now.
Also looks his way.
All right, steps up. All right, he's gonna. He took off.
Oh boy.
All right.
Safe play, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's smart because he kept the ball. He ran. He got a couple of positive yards. Give your punter a little more room. You want your coverage team to be able to get down now and make a play. But you didn't make an ill-advised pass, which we've seen him do this evening here, and
you didn't risk getting popped and popping the ball up, right?
Exactly. So smart, safe play, which was good.
Yeah, safe play, absolutely.
So now they can come out and punt and then get that defense back on the field, because they definitely want back out there.
Jacob Hetner back in to kick again. He's had a pretty good day. He's got that 39-yard field goal earlier in the game for the Sharks.
Right.
Couple of nice punts, couple out of bounds.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if he can avoid the major threat for the Hawkeyes on that far side. I think this ball's coming right at us again, to be honest.
I mean, you got to think, right? I mean,
keep your eye on the white tent, because it's coming right this way, I believe.
I mean, I know
if it
for a
doesn't,
fact.
There's a problem. Here it is.
Yeah, here it is again.
There it is, right?
There it is, exactly like we said, right at the white tent.
47-yard line, yeah.
There it is. I mean, you can't ask for more than that.
Look, not the greatest of punt, but no return.
It is
exactly
the smartest play. It is the smartest play you can do right now. Once again, the defense is playing stout. You want them back out on the field there so that they can be able to make plays for you again. Hawkeyes have a couple of drives, but stalled again. Penalties have caused them to have to take the ball back a couple of yards and stuff like that. But this defense right now for the Sharks has been dialing it up. Let's see what they come up with now.
Listen, you make a team drive the ball that hasn't shown that they can drive the ball.
Right. That is true.
You say, okay, boys, here you go.
Right.
You can move it down the field, more power to you, but you haven't so far, so we're going to play the odds, and that's what they did.
Right. With the exception of that, the play to Butler, they really haven't been able to do much. A couple of big runs here and there, but nothing offensively. I haven't seen much come about offensively for them right now.
Nothing sustained.
Right.
Nothing sustained.
All right, let's see. We got trips on that side over there, left side. All right.
Same way. Look, he's going to throw this.
Yeah, it looked like he was getting ready to throw this. Oh, but still, he got the ball.
Oh, look at 97 coming down.
Oh, wow.
Oh, boy. Ill-advised again. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, boy. I don't think he saw that defender there, but the receiver was a lot deeper. If he was able to stop and get the plant and throw the ball.
That's Kennedy right there on the play.
That would have been a big play there.
And I'll bet 97 Amir Kofer saying, can we get a timeout here? Man, he came a long way for that one. Wow.
And that's it.
I saw it was rumbling. I felt it up here. Man.
Yeah, the big guy running down chasing. Yep.
For sure. And Roach has had a couple underthrown balls today.
He has a couple of balls that were underthrown.
Consistent underthrows, right?
Mm-hmm. Which were a couple of turnovers too.
Yeah, not some either way. They were almost all under, actually.
Yep.
All right. Let's see what he can do. Let's see what Rashawn can do here. Same set. Back out of the backfield.
Oh, he goes. Good catch, good run. First down. Oh, great move.
Yep. Was a good move. 25 in there for the Sharks.
Yeah, good tackle by number 25 there, yep.
Mamolis.
Yep. Great tackle. But once again, here we are. Sharks moving the ball again. Yeah.
Marmolejos.
Marmolejos on
I
the
think I'm going to
plate.
have to get my phonetic spelling out here and get this right.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah. Who's out of the backfield, Cohen? Yeah, nice job. Now you see him come right out of the backfield, right in front of the linebackers, takes it on the run,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's a good safe throw.
All right. Well, I mean, seems like the Sharks. Hold on. He's rolling out again to the left.
Being chased.
All right.
Nice
catch. Good catch.
Nice tackle.
Good tackle. Good yards.
Good football play, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And here come the Hawkeyes on the hurry up.
Here, 25 makes the play, Stewart.
Yep. Let's see.
All right.
See what we do here.
Wow. Can they finish it is the question.
That's been the problem. They haven't been able to finish this evening at all. But this is the drive. They need to score here. This is big. They really do need to score here.
He's got his man right there on the sideline. Oh, boy.
My
goodness.
Oh, interception. Oh. Number 24.
Dimitri Wilson.
Wow.
On the sidelines, wide open, nobody near him. Pops right off his hands in the air to a guy about 7 yards from him, right in his hand.
Right back into his hand, right to the defender's hands. Right? We're going to replay this here.
Oh, boy, here it is.
I think he might have put a little too much on the ball, though, when he threw it.
No, you got to make this catch. You have to.
All right.
Yeah, listen, Hawkeye fans, you may want to turn away here.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. He's backing up. Oh, my goodness. There it is.
Yeah.
Look at this.
It was a little bit high. Wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Great, smart play. That's the tip drill you run in practice, huh? There it is.
Man.
You guys be like, why are we running this tip drill, coach? It'll work. Someday you'll wind up getting that tip to you in the game, and you'll know why. Oh, that coach was right. We got that tip drill going, and there it is.
Even at 61, I might have had a shot at that.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm not saying I would have caught it. I'm just saying I might have had a shot.
I think you would have. You might have had a better return on that, too.
Well, I wish I could get a better return on my investment, but that's another story. That's a story for another day.
All right, so here we are again. Hawkeyes need a quick stop. They need some sort of turnover here.
Howard, we need an investment firm here as one of our.
They
tell them it's a good investment.
You got to run here with Ridley, I believe it is, huh?
Ridley will cover up. Watch, look at him go.
Wow, look at this.
Look at those 44-year-old legs.
There it is.
Wow. And you know what? He ran over a guy too, didn't he?
Oh,
I think he ran over. What was it? 5? I think he ran over for
somebody.
The Hawkeyes.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, could be.
Hey, he's giving
Fletcher.
They're not too happy with his run.
The guy we've talked about all day, Fletcher, just got pancaked.
Yeah, he did. He definitely did.
No.
So.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is the offense right now. Now you see the Sharks' offense. Now they're going to control.
Should be nothing but, right?
Yep.
Pretty much.
For the most part, once again, we don't know the official time, but we know that it's down there. And they're in that formation that says, we're just controlling this game right now. We're going to run the ball.
Unless you're simply going to take a no-risk deep shot. Other than that, I expect more of this.
Right. Look
at Raheem. He's about,
and this is great here to see this formation with the Sharks right now.
I haven't seen this one in many years. Look how deep he is there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and they're all coming. Yeah, that's smart. I don't blame you. You got to run blitz everyone. He's got to go.
Yeah, because you almost know what the call is.
You got to get the ball back. You pull out all the stops now. You got to go for broke.
Yeah.
There were too many guys in there to list.
That's right.
Number 27, 4.
Oh. Sharks still need a first down here, so we just can't play that conservative, right?
Well, I'm playing conservative enough that I am not making a mistake here.
Well,
whatever the conservative play, whatever it is, whatever the play they've got designed, I'm not taking any chances. I don't want a deflected ball, a pick six.
Correct.
I want nothing like that.
Right.
Because, again, they haven't proven that they could finish a drive.
That's right.
I don't want to hand them something here.
Exactly. And once again, they have minimized their mistakes in the second half. So
yes,
it's a big deal. It's a very big deal here.
Right, haven't turned it over, which
right.
is why the Hawkeyes
haven't turned it over.
They haven't had any 20 or 30-yard fields for touchdowns.
I think we got a 2-minute warning, and now we know the time.
Yes.
Now we are sure about the time.
So if we had to call the sports book in AC at the Hard Rock, what do you think the odds would be for him on a running play on this one?
I'd take all my money and put it on that right now.
Oh, boy, for sure. No doubt.
I definitely would.
No doubt.
I definitely would put it on that run.
No question. So the Sharks are 2 minutes from
Making an appearance at the championship game. Yeah.
Yeah, we can. Here we are. Oh, but let's go go through our sponsors one more time. Edison Township Police, Edison Cooling and Heating, Lombardi and Lombardi Attorneys, Team New Jersey Softball, Quality Bath, the U.S. Army, and Too Lit, Too Fit Nutrition.
There it is.
Fantastic. Thank you, all your sponsors. You're invaluable. No question.
I'm in the booth, gentlemen. Good job.
We are. Are we in the booth?
I think so.
That's great.
This is the driest place in the house right now and the warmest.
It is. It is. But that breeze feels a little nice.
The breeze does feel
got
good.
The window open.
But
looking good.
So right now, once
we had an out-of-town score, right? At the Owls and the.
They play tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay,
yeah.
Gotcha.
That game will be played tomorrow.
Owls and the. Nothing. Yeah. Like I always would bet people on, I would say, listen, I'll bet you I can name the score of that game even before it starts.
Yes,
and
sir.
they'd say, yeah, you can. I go, yeah, I'll bet you $20. They'd say, all right, here we go. I said, all right, nothing. And they go, huh? I'm like, oh, that's the score before it even starts.
All right, what do you think was said in the huddle in the timeout here with Lou and the Sharks? Keep your head, right?
Listen, fellas.
Keep your head, hold on to the ball.
We're 2 minutes from playing for the chip.
Yeah, yep. I'm not sure how many times they've appeared in the championship game. I know they've done the conference championship game quite a bit, and so this will be their first appearance if they do make it.
Listen, number 29's played a lot of football, right?
Yes, sir.
He's a pretty safe guy. I can't remember the last time
has.
he's something's gone awry.
All right.
So
here we have it. We got our information. This would be their first chance at a championship.
Especially in this league, correct?
Yeah, this is the inaugural.
That would be the first. Yeah.
But overall, as an organization, is what I'm saying.
Oh,
now here it is. There's a flag on the play.
Fisher again.
Fisher, there it is. That would be
unless you're taking a safe deep shot, right? There it is.
Well, it was a free play. It was a free play. So
as it turns out, it was a free play.
Took advantage of that.
And you know darn well the two of them have talked about that in the past. If we got a free one, run.
Run. That's
Go
it.
deep. There is a flag on this end, on the sideline that you can't see right near the white tent. And I think it's going to be on the defense.
Yeah. That's the first down you needed right there. But the penalty does stop the clock at the moment.
Wow.
But once again, they are going to a championship.
They are.
The New Jersey Sharks,
barring some unbelievable.
I don't know.
Some unbelievable thing.
I don't think there's much that can happen, but yeah.
Still talking it over. Let's see if they come up with something. Here we are.
Yes.
Check the guy in the white hat here. Wow. Just a back shoulder throw to offside defense. There we are.
He made a great play as a receiver, so Fisher,
All right, well, look, the Hawkeyes still got 2 timeouts, right? So I guess you're going to use them both. You're going to do everything you can because you never know.
Right.
It appears as if there were offsetting penalties.
Oh, wow.
Uh-oh. And what's funny is I only saw one flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're bringing it back. Here we are. Okay.
So there were 2 flags on the play, and they offset. You can get the ball back to the line, the original line of scrimmage, and we'll go at it again. See what happens
I sure
there.
wish I knew what the second penalty was, right? Yeah. Gosh, listen, I can't say enough about Lance Fisher. I really can't. I've watched this kid for years, and man, he just wreaks havoc. The Sharks have him, and other teams don't. And there are so many games. One game, I think he had 4 touchdown passes, like 220 yards. He's just hard. He runs great routes. He's underneath. He's over top. You just have to account for him.
He would definitely be the MVP on the offensive side right now.
No question.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be simply adverse to simply putting a safety and two guys on him. I just, you
got to roll the defense over to him. Yeah, right. But
let somebody else beat me. Let Saru, let somebody else beat me.
Yeah, but the Sharks do have other weapons. That's the problem. You can't focus on one guy.
Yeah, listen, I want to we're going to take the guy out that you got to take out.
You do.
That's my opinion. You got to, just like they want to take out Butler at any possible chance. There's Ridley coming back. Yep, nice play. 2 hands on the ball.
That's right. He's securing that ball, making sure nothing happens. You're right.
The Hawkeyes use a timeout. I don't hear it. No?
Nope. Mm-hmm.
That'll bring up 4th and 5.
It's 4th down.
Yeah, I mean, and you know Greg Schiano would be using timeouts, right? If the yellow team was wearing scarlet. Right?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Every possible chance he would take.
Especially it's 4th down, you're going to get a punt
get
here.
The ball, right?
You get the ball back, but
well,
maybe they want to use the.
That's why we're up here and they're down there.
Okay, there you go. They
about 15, 20 seconds too late. Right?
Yeah, they let too much time run off the clock.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Minute 20 on the clock. We understand. Thank you, Howard, for that. Missed you on the headset tonight, buddy. Talking in my ear. Good job, though. Howard has a nice contraption here. You can't see it on the camera, but he's got this little
we put it up there.
outside.
We took pictures and we posted it.
Did we post it up there? Okay,
yes,
I'm
sir.
sorry. That's why I was still parking the car, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
it looks good. It looks a little futuristic here too.
It is.
It's nice.
Yeah,
it's nice.
Something out of the Terminator look like old.
So, hey, listen.
Coming out of there.
Check us out, hsg.com, HSG Network. We're going to be on YouTube. Yes, we're going to be Friday night at 6:30 in Hillsborough again for a high school football game. I know Tom's going to be there doing the game along with somebody else. Yeah, could be Joey. Yeah, I'll be at Rutgers, Nebraska that night. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. Nice tailgate. All right.
Hey,
he gets the call off. Well, almost straight up in the air, but that's all right.
There it is.
Right.
Good job.
I was going to reach out. I think I could have had that.
Yeah.
Almost like a foul ball coming back my way.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen. No return. Right. Let's see where they mark this thing.
That is the important thing. No return.
That's it. So we finally reached the point of no return.
Mm-hmm.
The Kansas fans would be happy.
Hawkeyes with one timeout get the ball on what, the 45?
41.
41?
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's still moving up.
It's the black hat on the other side of the white tent.
Yep, there it is.
All right, there we are. All right.
Yep, got it down to the 41, it looks like.
All right, so you need one and you need it quickly, right?
Yes.
Pretty much.
Yes.
So you line 3 guys up to one side, roll them out, throw it as far as you can, right?
As far as you can.
Yeah, because you probably have.
Which we've seen Rashad. He hasn't been able to throw the ball that deep this evening.
Well.
So, I mean,
So roll them out, buy yourself some time.
Yeah, and I know Butler. Butler can throw the ball too, but then, you take away from your deep threat.
No, there's no trickery. They're gonna. You watch the linebackers and the safeties for the Sharks. You watch them just run straight back toward their goal line.
Yes, sir.
No doubt.
1st and 10.
This
yes,
is
sir.
this is
I mean,
this is going to be as preventative as taking vitamins.
We still got to play the sticks here. Make sure.
Right. Here it is. 2 and 2. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Play.
There it is.
Oh,
incomplete.
That's a good throwaway.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good throwaway. Kofor finally, right? On the pressure.
Yeah, a lot of pressure on him this time.
And it looks like Julius Tobe, number 1.
Yeah, number 10.
And that's you get that with a 4-man rush too. Only 4.
Yep.
All right, 2nd down.
Well, 2nd and 10.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for joining us out there. Thanks for all the views. We appreciate it. Check us out on Facebook.
No. YouTube.
Oh, I'm sorry. Where did I subscribe? Yeah. Wow.
All right, let's see now again.
All right.
I think they're gonna keep this guy in the block, but let's see. Maybe they can leak him out the backfield again.
Maybe. Yep, he did.
Pressure again. There it is. Yep. That's what you don't want to do here.
Uh-huh. Nice play.
Great play.
Bethea. James Bethea. Kid out of Elizabeth.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, they're doing this with a 4-man rush. Wow. This might be
timeout.
This might be the best pressure they've had all game in this last drive.
Yeah.
The
defensive line dialed it up. They are coming now.
Well, listen, fatigue sets in, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's offense or defense. Usually it's the defense, but But hey, you know.
And here you have it. You know what's the play, right? You know he's dropping back. You know he's going to throw the ball. The defense got their ears pinned back. The defensive line, and they're coming upfield. They're coming to get him.
Right, and you know who the more energized team is at this point.
At the moment, yeah, that's right.
No question.
So
Hawkeyes with a timeout.
Yep.
That might be their last, and it looks like, according to Howard in our nice little scoreboard there you see in the lower right-hand corner of your screen, that is their last timeout. Wow, how do you get him enough time to get the ball down the field, it looks like?
And once again, you got to have some kind of protection, but now he's going to go empty backfield, looks like, and have 5 receivers out there.
We got 3rd and 15, 16. All right.
Okay. See what the timeout, what they called in the huddle in the timeout for the Hawkeyes here, what they dialed up.
And listen, you get a first down, run up and clock it too, right?
A lot of.
Get a first down and clock it.
Oh, no, here it is.
Oh, boy.
That's.
Oops.
What? That was a big completion there.
Why is there not a flag down on the play? I don't think he's an eligible receiver.
There is a flag right here on this side.
Wow.
And one over there, I think.
Yeah, I think it just stuck to him, did it?
Yeah.
I think there was like Velcro on the ball and Velcro on 74, and it was right there. He's like, man, I don't want it, but here it is.
That was a big completion by the Hawkeyes there.
In the breadbasket, yeah.
Okay.
Right. So we'll wait for the call. Yes, exactly. Make that call.
The penalty is for illegal touching. The lineman is not allowed.
And that could be loss of down too, right? Illegal touching. Thank you.
Illegal touching against the Hawkeyes.
Declined. Okay.
That will bring up 4th down.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Full of grace, the Lord is with thee, right?
Yeah.
There it comes.
I definitely want to congratulate Will on a great season, and then he's on his way with the New Jersey Sharks to the championship. Here we go. Another great play. Fumble on the play.
Another nice play once again.
Mm-hmm.
Julius Tobey from the behind. Hofer was in the area. And
there it is. That is the game. Congratulations to the New Jersey Hawks. I mean, the New Jersey Sharks, man.
Joey, break this down for us before we get out of here.
Once again, great defensive battle up into that last 4th quarter there, where, the Sharks made no mistakes in the second half and were able to capitalize on some big plays. And New Jersey Sharks, man, making it to the ship. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, player of the game, maybe simple.
Yeah, we know Fisher, that's for sure, yeah.
No doubt.
But the game was all that we thought it was going to be. The Hawkeyes came out to play. The defense was well. One miscue on a missed tackle there and touchdown. And that's the difference in the game. I mean, not really, but I mean.
And the Jersey Sharks are one step closer to the chip. They'll play
one step closer
next weekend for that.
Yep.
Against the winner of the Owls and the Assassins, I believe.
Yep.
All right.
Owls and the Ducks.
Owls and Ducks. Thank you very much. My fault. Yeah, best team in the league, the Ducks. Thank you. Appreciate that.
All right. Once again, congratulations.
All right. Thank you all for tuning in.